Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, wherever you are in the wonderful world of Tottenham. This is Thfc Till I Die, doing our usual Saturday around the grounds. We know Spurs aren't playing today, but there are other teams playing that can affect our final league position, namely Aston Villa. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one. Dermot will be along in a minute, but joining me at the moment is from the big city of London. We have Mr. Brad Matthews. How are you, Brad?
I'm good, thank you. It's a really a lovely day in London town today, I have to say. It's 18 degrees. I've got all the windows open, lovely breeze. So, yes, I'm looking forward to the summer.
Slightly different here, I'm afraid. We have a storm coming in off the Atlantic, which is causing havoc. I think there's about 50,000 houses without electricity at the moment around the country.
Oh, wow.
We're not on the coast now, but I'm looking at a very, very strong wind. But so hopefully it doesn't affect the electricity situation, you know. So anyway, that is the story with it. As I said, there is a few games, important games in the Premiership today. One is already over, as you may well know. Manchester City. They're joint top with Liverpool now, but they could have gone top on their own if they scored 2 more goals. They beat Crystal Palace 4-2 after going 1-0 down. Then Kevin De Bruyne scored a couple of absolutely beauts and they're really good goals. They went to 4-1 up, and then Palace got a goal back to bring it to 4-2. So it wasn't all their own. Didn't have it all their own way, but a comfortable win in the end. And so they move on now to play Luton next. So you've got to say, we're on Luton. They've got to play Spurs, Arsenal, whoever they're playing today, and Man City all in a row, you know. But anyway, so Brad, I'll put you on the line. Who is going to win the league? Who is going to win it?
Well, I have to say that at the moment, Man City are starting to pick up steam, aren't they? You know, they won 4-1 at Villa. Of course, Tottenham won. 4-1 at home to Villa, which is always a good win. And obviously winning 4-2 at Palace today. Yes, they're looking ominous. And I don't believe that the top 3 actually play each other, do they, now, to the end of the season?
Yeah, I think you could be right. I think we're the
We're the team that, we play all 3 of them, so we can have an influence on how the title goes. I mean, it's difficult. I mean, football's a funny game, but I think Man City had that experience. But I certainly wouldn't write off Liverpool or Arsenal. Definitely not. But if I had to put my money on it, I'd put it on Man City.
Yeah, I think the fact that they're going for the 4th one in a row as well is a big incentive.
Yeah.
You know, and plus they have such a, they can leave out the likes of Phil Foden today. They can bring Ronaldo Silva on as a left. So they've got riches in places most other teams haven't even got riches. You know, they really have a strong squad. Well, it's not a big squad. It's not a massive squad, but it's a quality squad.
No, it's a good squad, and that's the thing, and that's what Tottenham, if they've got any, to win any titles, we've got to get that sort of squad. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get a squad like Man City's, but we've got to have players on the bench that are just as good as the players out there on the pitch. And Man City, the other day, he started with De Bruyne and Haaland on the bench, and still won 4-1. So it's crazy. The riches they have. I mean, we can't obviously financially compete with them, but I think we should be able to get some quality players in the summer. And as Ange was saying, he'd prefer 2 top £50 million players to just 1 £100 million player. And I tend to agree with that.
Yeah, I like what Ange said yesterday. He says, if it's only the Champions League you want, don't come on them.
That's brilliant. I love that.
A brilliant bit of psychology there, really. He wants players that want to go there for the project, for the win, for the for the improvement that we're making in the squad, not just to play in the Champions League. It was really good of him. And the guy, honest to God, he really knows how to work the room. He seems to always, unlike Conte, where you need to be William Shakespeare to work out what he's saying. It's very, very straightforward and very, very to the point.
Yeah, with Conte, I always felt that he had to sort of read between the lines of what he was saying, to work out what he meant. with Andy, it's just very straightforward. But I guess really, from having lived in Australia myself, that is very Australian. They are very straightforward people. So he doesn't mix his words, and it's good. I'm feeling confident for next season. I'm getting the vibes that we got. Don't forget, in Pochettino's first season, he finished 5th, which we are virtually guaranteed finishing this season.
Yes.
and then we followed it with the Leicester title challenge and then the Chelsea title challenge. So, admittedly, in those days, Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal, for that matter, were all weaker teams. So we did have that advantage. But this season, it could be like a 4 or 5 teams going for it next season. Hopefully,
wouldn't that be marvelous if they did?
Yeah,
really would. I'm thinking. It's always been my thing since the start of Poch's era here. That not Poch, Ange's era. God, than Poch. That this season will be the betting in, getting to know the place, doing what he has to do. But this next season is what we're going to be pushing, and I think we're absolutely spot on. I think Spurs are going to be a force to be reckoned with next season because if you look at the young players we've got coming in, you've got that Lucas Bergvall coming in from Sweden.
Oh God, yeah.
Players like that, they're young, hungry. I mean, we've got such a young team. I mean, you think the Sonny is the oldest player in the team?
Yeah, I know.
It's really, really good. One of the things I just want to touch on it before we get going on the games. What do you think about this trip out to Melbourne to play Newcastle after the last game? What do you reckon on that?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Because I'm presuming that they're contractually obliged to bring their strongest team over. Because normally on tours, especially when there's international tournaments, they go on these tours without their international players. But I'm presuming that, and don't forget, it's Ange's homecoming. I guess you could look at it in a way 3 days after the season ended. If you look at it the way that it might just be like playing an extra league game in the season.
Yeah. Well, the way I look at it, the last game of the season is against Sheffield United on a Sunday, right? So, okay, take it that they fly out to Melbourne on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Arrive, 12 hours ahead of us, 9-10 hours ahead of us. They'll arrive late Monday night, early Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Play the match on Wednesday and presumably fly home on Thursday.
Yeah. They could do it within a week. I mean, I know there are arguments against this tour, and I do see that. But if you look at it logically, these guys will be travelling on a first class flight. They're not going to be sitting in economy like you or I would. And I've done the economy flight to Australia many times. Believe me, it's awful. But they're going to be in first class. First class these days is wonderful. I've done it once. Yeah. It's wonderful. Going to be over there. They'll play their game, and then when they come back, they've probably got 2, 3, 4 weeks before the international tournament start anyway. So, I guess you could make the argument that if one of them gets injured, then they could miss out on the tournament. So I guess there would be that would be an argument against it. But I think logically, if you look at it logically, going over there, playing a game, coming back, and then having a rest, and then linking up with your international teams, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing it for a week.
No, I don't think the game itself would be too strenuous. I think it'll be more or less it'll be a bit of a kickabout, But you're right about the first class. I mean, just as well Ryanair don't fly to Australia. Your bag weighs more than £10. Sorry, I have to pay for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's just have a quick look and see who's in the chat before we get going on the matches. Matthew was saying, hang on, I missed a couple. Sorry, I didn't think. No, here we go. Matthew's the first one in saying, "Big up, comrades." How are you, Matthew? And Wayne Bonner is in the house again. How are you, Wayne? Says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're both well, having a great day. Don't care about top 4 in Champions League. I want to see my beloved Spurs play good football.
Yeah.
All do, and you think that one would lead on to the other. That's what we hope for,
Exactly. Play winning, attractive football. That's the idea. Yeah. And I think that's Angie's idea.
So I was watching. I don't know if you watched it on Wednesday night. Or was it Thursday night? The Chelsea Man United game.
I didn't know.
It was one of the most amazing matches I think I've seen all season. I mean, neither team knows how to defend. It was like attack versus defense, and it was really, really poor for United to lose that game after leading 3-2 and losing it within 90 seconds. It was, I'd say that was final straw. I think the fans really want him gone now,
Yeah.
But Hutch was happy. Anyway, Wayne is saying, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Hope you're both well." We've done that one, all right. And Matthew saying, "Wayne Bonner, big up, comrade." And big up, Matthew. How you doing? We're all saying hello to each other here. Did you see we were up for sale?
Well, we're not exactly up for sale. They're looking for new investors. So, yeah. Yeah.
And we're associated with Rothschilds are doing the financial advising. What they're trying to do, Matthew, they're trying to get an investor in, an equity investor, which is probably maybe something similar to what Manchester United have done.
Well,
Bring
did you know the Rothschilds made their money just before the Battle of Waterloo? What happened was there was a battle at Quatre Bras, if I said that correctly, which the British won, and the Rothschilds got that information back to London quicker than anyone and was able to make money. I don't know how they made money out of it, but they made money out of it, and that's where they started making their money. So that's outside the Rothschilds.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, nice. All about communication. Yeah.
So when you see them, when you see Spurs using a serious firm like that, there must be something in the offering. Yeah. They're not going to pay those boys their big fees for a fishing expedition. There must be something in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So it'll only be a minority stake, but it'll give us more money to improve everything around the squad, hopefully.
I was watching Sean Butler the other day, and he made the point that Daniel Levy is quite risk obsessive. He doesn't like taking risks. So he's willing to renege on an 80 million deal and go, offer 60 million and walk away. Whereas they get the new investor in that might be a little bit more taking risks. So rather than putting that 60 million, you pay the 80 million and get the player. So that's one way it could possibly work. I'm not saying it will, but that's one way it hopefully will work.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. But I think we don't want to. I see Joe Lewis was sentenced to got a suspended prison sentence the other day there, but he's more or less gone off the scene anyway with us, so it's not really.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think he's much.
But you wonder if the timing coincidental. Is Joe Lewis about to sell his stake or part of his stake, and that's where Rothschilds come in?
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's all speculation, I guess. But I don't think he takes an active interest in. Well, he never has really. But I think he's out of the. I don't think he's anything to do with the club anymore. I think that's when he reorganised all his finances and that. I mean, the guy was in his 80s, so although I have to admit, if it's me or you being done for insider trading, we'd end up in jail. So,
absolutely, no two questions about it,
And did he get fined 3 million? Did he or something?
Yeah. He got that's pocket money.
So he's been fined 3 million. The club reckons that by saving all the concessions, it'll cost 3 million, and Daniel Levy's bonus is 3 million.
Well, I made the suggestion that Daniel Levy give up his bonus and back to the club to pay for those senior concessions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the thing is, he doesn't need that money. That just goes into an asset. That's what happens. He'll just buy other assets with that, preventing other people buying assets. So yeah, he doesn't. He paid 3 million a year anyway. So I mean, it's just enough to it should be enough to live on. I don't think he needs a 3 million bonus. You
can always visit the food banks in Tottenham. I don't know if you're short. Hang on, Brentford. I'm just watching the Aston Villa Brentford game. Has just started here, which is a distinct bearing on our position. I'd love Brentford to get a result today, because if Villa lose today, they're 2 points ahead of us. We've 2 games in hand on them.
Yeah.
Just to remind everybody, there was a big game in the Championship this morning. Local East Anglian derby. Ipswich were hoping to press home their possibilities of being promoted, but Norwich had other ideas, and Norwich beat them 1-0. So that's left Leeds and Leicester in a very good position now.
Both Leicester, I think Leicester at home to near the bottom Birmingham, and Leeds are at Coventry. And either one of them can go above Ipswich with a win today. So I think if Leeds win and Leicester win, Leeds will be top. But they can both leapfrog Ipswich today. Although it's a 2 out of 3 battle there between those 3 teams.
They're going to get the playoff anyway. I see our fullback Sergei Reguilon is paying for Brentford today.
Oh, right.
Starting for them. A lovely sunny day in Birmingham, actually. Really, I see what you mean about England, the weather in the UK.
It's beautiful. And on Sky Sports, it's Mr. Merson doing the Aston Villa Brentford game.
Lovely.
So yeah, no bias there in his reporting, I guess. But
not a bit. No, never. And I would say we'll just keep an eye on the scores as they come in on the other games. There's a few decent games in the Premiership today as well. Like we've got Palace have already beaten or lost 4-2 to City. We've got Villa and Brentford here at the moment. Everton versus Burnley. That's a real 6-pointer
yeah,
right there.
yeah.
Fulham versus Newcastle, whichever Fulham turns up. I mean, the team that turned up against us versus the team that turned up against who was it against? Forest. It's completely different. Luton and Bournemouth, tasty one there. Wolves and West Ham. I think West Ham probably have one eye on the Europa League game coming up during the week. And then at 5:30, our old mates down on the south coast, Brighton, please do a number on Arsenal for us. That would just be absolutely.
Is that at Brighton?
It's at Brighton.
Oh,
and you know, Brighton can beat the best and get beaten by the worst.
Yeah.
Just so inconsistent, you know. So, but it'd be great now for the result today, and to knock the smile off the Arsenal fans, because it was about this time last year that Arsenal self-imploded. They're not doing it this year yet, anyway.
No, I think they'll be closer this season. I think with the title race, I guess the lowest they can finish is third, but I think they'll be closer points wise.
Yeah. As I said, it's good to have a top three race. It's good to have a race because other seasons the league's nearly finished by now. You know who's going to win it, and it's good. And the top and bottom. I mean, the bottom of the table is fascinating. Really, it could be any one of 3 from 5 going down.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
Sheffield United, they put up a great fight against Liverpool and almost got a point. Then you've got Burnley, you've got Luton, you've got Forest and Everton. You know,
looking at the table now, Sheffield United, well, they look dead and buried, to be honest. They're 10 points behind safety, so you probably think they were down. But you've got 5 points between Burnley in 19th and Forest in 17th.
Yeah.
And you've got another couple of points to Everton, then another couple of points to Brentford, and then another point to Palace. So probably from Palace downwards, I think that they're the teams that have got to be careful.
Yeah, I think Palace would be okay. Bournemouth should be okay.
Yeah. Bournemouth and Fulham, they're about 10 points clear of the relegation zone. So you'd imagine that they'd be quite safe. There is
looking at our position as well. I mean that Man United defeat on Thursday. Now, far be it for me to ever want Chelsea to win a match. But I had to bite my lip because that's left United effectively 10 points off 5th place, 9 points, and
we'd be doing incredibly badly to lose that. There's an interesting score in League One. It's Portsmouth 1, Shrewsbury 0. Portsmouth currently leading the table by 8 points. So that win there, I think they probably will be. I'm trying to work out how many games they play in League One.
46, isn't it?
46. So this is their 43rd game. So they would, with 3 games left, which is 9 points, they would actually be 11 points clear of Derby are playing as well today. So they're not quite there yet, but they're getting pretty close to winning the title there.
Yeah, Brentford just came very close to scoring their free kick from Mbueno, just grazed the post. So Brentford have made the better starts, and Villa haven't really got going yet after 6 minutes. So
I mean, to be honest, Philip, I know we've had some poor games this season, but I think Tottenham are a far better team than Aston Villa. I really do.
Oh, we are absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. You know, like I think when you look at it, if we win tomorrow, right, we've 61 points, which is one more than we had for the whole of last season, and we still have 8 matches left.
It's crazy.
So it just shows you the improvement there's been under Ange. I mean, it's been quite staggering, really. I mean, I would have thought Spurs to finish top 6 would have been probably the most. Now we're hoping to go 4th.
Well, it's incredible. It's. I mean, you know, I always say that my prediction was mid-table, and I think I said at the time that if we got European football next season, it'd be an actually amazing effort by Ange to turn it around from what it was. I know there are some people in the YouTube universe that say, "Why are we getting excited about it?" And I do see their point, but I just think if you look at it overall, to get European football next season, I think Ange's done a good job. I think he's done a very good job. So, and hopefully better next season. And I want to be challenging for titles.
Absolutely. I think next season we do. Like just looking at all the money that Chelsea spent during the summer, when everyone said, "Oh yeah, they're going to be challenging." They are in 10th position, 14 points behind us.
No, it's crazy, isn't it?
That really makes me as happy as seeing us in 5th now, to be honest, because I just think that they're a team of the team made of ice. They'll melt away. It's this first bit of problem, you know. Always Brentford a chance here now. Oh, he's offside. Yeah, so that was it. As for Manchester United, well, I hate to be a United fan. Did you see that? You know that guy is a Goldman. I forget Mark Goldberg or Mark Goldman, whatever. He's got a huge following. Yeah. United. I watched his reaction when the 4th goal went in. Oh my god! I'd say that guy goes through about 3 TVs a week. He was just crawling to the screen, you know. Oh, so it was so funny to watch, you know.
I haven't seen the goals, to be honest. What was the penalty? Was the penalty?
A couple of very good goals now, I have to say.
Yeah.
And like, there's no way United should have lost that match, you know. But they showed one clip, and this is why he's such a divisive player. Marcus Rashford, Chelsea player, had the ball in his own half, in the United half, and Ash Rashford was ambling alongside him, made no attempt to get the ball, and when the man put on a burst of speed, Rashford just stopped, let him go.
Yeah.
No, I can see why the United fans are so frustrated with him, you know.
He's definitely dropped, hasn't he? He definitely dropped in a lot of. I mean, I used to think Rashford was a very good player.
He came on as a sub. I think he dropped because sub.
His form was just sort of faded away. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
There's a score in League 2 for anyone to see. Mansfield 0, Crawley 1. And I think, and I've got to consult my league tables here. I think I'll find in League 2, Mansfield are currently in 2nd position.
They are.
And interestingly, in 3rd is Wrexham.
Oh, I'd love to see Wrexham go.
Yeah. So you've got Stockport on 78, Mansfield 74, Wrexham 74, MK Dons 72. So it's quite close in good old League 2, which I have to admit I very rarely look at.
Yes. Talking of Mansfield, I happened to come across an old YouTube video from 1978. March 1978, the year we were in the 2nd division.
Oh, yes.
And we played away to Mansfield on what I think is probably the worst pitch I've ever seen in my life.
It's amazing.
It's like a paddy field during rice harvesting time. It was water everywhere, you know? And
it was crazy, wasn't it? I've seen that clip. It's
something. It was Glenn Hoddle equalised in injury time to make it 3-3.
Yeah, with a free kick. Yeah.
If he hadn't scored that free kick, we would not have been promoted that season.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's interesting difference as it was, but we were very similar. Do you remember it was Southampton came out this season and blew everybody away, and now they've fallen off the. That was Spurs in 77, 78.
It was a weird season, wasn't it? Because we were, and I never saw a lot of it because I was in Australia at the time, and obviously you didn't have the internet or Sky TV, satellite TV. But my cousin, who was a season ticket holder at the time, he said that Tottenham that season was so much above everyone else in that league that it was amazing that they did just about scrape. And I think they had to get 3 points from their last 2 games. No, sorry, 4 points, and they played Hull, who were down the bottom in their last home game of the season, and they won 1-0 with a goal. Oh, really? 4 minutes from the end, yeah.
I would never ever forget that. I took my fiance to the game. We were in London for the weekend, and I went to the game. And I think Spurs had something like 26 corners in that match. It was Billy Bremner was playing for Hull. It was the end of his career. He was playing for Hull. And about 4 minutes from the end, I can never remember, was it Steve Perryman took the corner or Chris Jones took the corner?
I think Perryman scored. Yeah.
Sorry?
I think Perryman scored.
Yeah. But there was Chris Jones literally pushed the goalkeeper.
Oh, really?
Right? And we got away with it. The ball just bobbled over the line. We got away with it. Then we had to get a point to Southampton, and Southampton hit the bar right near the end. So, geez, you know, that was nerve wracking. That really was nerve wracking. We wouldn't have got Ozzy Ardiles or Ricky Villa.
No, exactly. Yeah, it's one of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I used to listen to Paddy Feeney's Saturday special on BBC World Service. Could be on at like 11 to 1 in the morning, or during parts of the season when the clocks are all backwards and forwards. You'd get to bed about 4 in the morning, and I used to literally record the Tottenham reports and any bit of commentary and literally edit it and redo it. So I've got some. It's probably lost now. I've got a tape of that whole season. But they had the commentary was Southampton Spurs was the commentary match, and they used to go. I don't know if you remember. They used to go in the commentary with about 20 minutes to go in those days.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Spurs got a goal kick right in injury time, and I remember the commentator going, "And this will be the longest goal kick Barry Daines has ever taken." I just remember that. Yeah, unbelievable.
It was tight. It really was. But I'll never ever forget that.
Sorry to interrupt. There's a goal in the Championship, an important one. Coventry 1, Leeds 0.
Oh boy!
Yeah, Ella Sims.
Anything Ipswich can do, Leeds can do better, huh?
Yeah.
There's no goals in the Premiership at the moment at all. Except
there never is when we do these shows.
No, that's true. Villa are starting to get a bit of authority in this game now. There's 13 minutes gone. I see John McGinn's back again after his assault on Papa Sarr.
I couldn't believe that people were trying to defend that as well, so it wasn't a red card. It's like the most obvious red card you'll see. It's crazy.
It was. And the wind is getting stronger here as I speak. God, I hope our electricity can go out because it tends to when the wind gets heavy up here.
I think we might have a storm at some stage as well. Are
you going to the match tomorrow, Brad?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Yes, I'm. We've got rain at 5 o'clock, and tomorrow for the match, it's going to be 16 tomorrow. It's decent.
No, it's not too bad.
I might not need my heavy coat tomorrow.
Yeah. I see that the reason that they switched that game because of the rail strike, and the rail strike's been called off now.
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of the rail strikes don't go ahead. They do get called off. But to me personally, I prefer it being on Sunday than the Monday, because Monday I do work from home on Mondays, but I would have to leave quite early, and then after having a few beers, well, probably a lot of beers at the game. Tuesday is the one day of the week that we actually have to go into the office, so it's compulsory. So I'm actually quite happy it's on the Sunday. So, I'm actually over twice now in the next few weeks. I'm going over to. I got a present of a stadium tour. Myself and the wife did for Aussie Idealers is doing it. Oh wow!
22nd of April, and then I'm going over again for the Burnley game. So.
Oh right. Which is a lot. Well, that's a good game to go to. That's our last home game, so you'll have all the the walk around the pitch and all that sort of stuff. And who knows? That could be the game that could get us top 4. It could be. Yeah.
I don't know what it could still be switched because I think they've done the game up to the week before now for TV. So but we're actually in Birmingham for the weekend anyway. So from Friday to Monday. So I'll just take a train down either Saturday or Sunday, whenever the match is. So
but Birmingham's it's not that far. Yeah,
no, it's 9.5 of the train. So it'll be all right. And I'm looking forward to the stadium tour now. So.
I haven't done it. My mate is a QPR fan. He's really into that. He loves doing the stadium tours. I did the QPR stadium tour with him years ago, but he keeps on knocking me. He wants me to book tickets to that, so I keep meaning to do that because I've obviously never seen the new stadium. I've done the old Tottenham Stadium, but not this one. Yeah. What do I have to say? I will not be doing the Skywalk.
I'll give it a miss. Give it a miss. Did you see the video the club put out there for Sonny's 400th appearance?
I haven't.
It's very good. It's very good. It lasted about 10 minutes on YouTube. Yeah, it's on YouTube. The what do you call it? A lot of the former players come back, like Kevin Wimmer and Jan Vertonghen, talking how good he was.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's on it, and Dele Alli and ones like that, and it shows all the big moments in his career, like the first goal at the new stadium, the Puskas winning goal, his first ever goal against Karabakh, stuff like that.
Oh wow, yeah. I remember that Burnley goal, the Puskas goal, winning goal. It was the best goal I've ever seen live at a stadium. Watching the live game, and it was one of those moments where when he took the ball, he's going, he's keep going. And when he got to that stage where you think he's got to score, he can't possibly miss this because this is going to be one of the greatest goals I've ever seen. And he scored the goal. And my mate Steve after the game said, "What do you think?" So I said to him, "What do you think Son's goal?" And he goes, Yeah, I thought he could have took it a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh no, it was.
But no, I think I've
Excellent.
got that on YouTube to watch. It's well, I'm in tonight, so that'd be one of my things I'll watch on the. Cause like most people, I get YouTube on my telly, so you get it.
Yeah, same here.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm actually off to. I have to leave the house at 2:00 in the morning. I'm off to Brussels in the morning.
Oh right.
For these World War I battlefield tours.
Oh okay. I'd love to do that sort of thing. I'd love to do the Battle of Waterloo tour.
Yeah.
Love to do that because I when I was about 19, 20, 21 maybe, I did a lot of history studying. I was really into sort of battles and that, and certainly the Napoleonic Wars and Waterloo. Read so many books on Waterloo that it's one place I'd actually like to go to just to sort of see. Although I think what they've done is they've actually raised the mound there, so it's not quite exactly how it used to be. Yeah, but the farmhouse, the farmhouse is still there. Hougoumont is still there, which was one of the key parts of the battle.
Nice. Well, this trip is by a journalist, an Irish journalist who specialises in World War One. He's written a lot of books about it, and it's going to the Battle of the Somme. Was the day of the Battle of the Somme. They're doing the last post at the Menin Gate, things like that, so Passchendaele, all that type of thing. So you know, because the other one I've been to Gettysburg.
Oh wow, that'd be great! Yeah.
I did Fort Sumter as well, where the war started. So I'm not a violent person, but I like reading about wars.
I'm the same. I'm exactly the same. My dad used to be as well. He used to get all the books in and that. And because I think the Somme, wasn't there 60,000 people killed on the first day or something?
19,000 first hour. You know,
crazy. Yeah. But I was going through. I was going through Facebook yesterday, and they published a picture, and it was the English and German soldiers at Christmas having a chat to each other.
Yeah, play football.
It's crazy when you think of it. Absolutely,
that was the first summer of the war, the first winter of the war, when things haven't really got too serious. But apparently, the generals on both sides got really annoyed about that and reprimanded just for allowing them to do it. Yeah. You shot guys with the enemy. You kill them. You don't threaten them.
It just shows you the humanity and just sort of how stupid that some of this fighting is. It's just crazy. Yeah. I mean, anyone that knows about anything about how World War One happened, it's absolutely mad how it all came about. Everyone had all these agreements to help anyone else who got into trouble, and it just escalated.
Yeah. But there's one of the greatest coincidence. I've heard that the greatest coincidence that ever happened anywhere, as far as I'm concerned, was this. Since the Victoria Cross was started 160 years ago, whenever, right? There's only ever been 3 of them awarded twice to the same person. Even 2 Victoria Crosses, twice. 2 of them were in the First World War. They were both medical doctors, one from Liverpool and one from, I don't know where he's from. Anyway, it turns out that one of those doctors treated the other one during the war. One of them died, one of them survived. The 2 VC winners both ended up in the same field hospital, one treating the other. Imagine that, the odds of that ever happening.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's just crazy. Yeah. My granddad was in the trenches for a short while.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he survived. And they used to give him half a cup of rum before they went over.
Oh, that's right.
And he just said all you did, the only thing you could do is just basically scream, just go out, just go. No other thing you could possibly do. But half a cup of rum, it's like, amazing, just amazing.
Well, that was terrible. I mean, that was the last war of that type. Thank God.
Yeah,
literally walking across the field to get shot.
Yeah.
Terrible. Anyway, talking about shooting, there's still no goal for the Premiership after 22 minutes. This is
crazy. In fact, there's only one goal in League One, and that's Portsmouth 1, Shrewsbury 0.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing happening at all.
And there's 3 goals in League 2. So it's not a lot happening.
Brentford have a chance now. Oh, no, nearly. Brentford still looking the more dangerous team here.
Well, I guess a point even helps Tottenham, doesn't it, really?
Oh, yeah, a point would leave them 3 points ahead with And our goal difference is now better than theirs after they got beat
yeah.
against City. You know, although we should have beat West Ham. We should have beat them.
Yeah, that was a game that got away. But I guess if you look at it before the game, the point's not a bad result. I think if we were going for titles, then yeah, that's going to be disappointing. But I'm not that worried about this season at the moment. That one, they're doing better than I thought they ever would. But two, I'm thinking, well, we're going to finish in the top 5. It's very unlikely that we'll finish any lower than 5th. We're going
to get Europe, whatever way.
European football, and if we get the Champions League, that's great because you can attract players. But as you say, we've got a young team, so even if we don't get Champions League, you still be able to attract decent players on the premise that we're going to get better and play in the Champions League the following season, or win trophies. You know, and I'm the only thing that disappointed me this season was our exit in the cups. I thought I wasn't too worried. I wasn't too upset with the Man City game because the Man City are a decent team that we lost to. And in fact, if we'd have beaten Man City, if we'd have won all our games to get to the semi-final, I worked it out. We'd have played Burnley at home, Man City at home, Luton away, and then I think in the quarter-final it would have been, who did Man City play in the quarter-final? Oh, Liverpool. Oh no, not Liverpool. It was another Premier League team, and then we would have played Chelsea in the semi-final.
It just shows you, though, we've played 3 cup games this season, all against Premiership opposition.
Exactly. And that's why I always say at the start of the season that we can win a cup, because if you get the luck of the draw, you play your weaker teams, you can get through. And let's face it, Arsenal were crap and won for 3 FA Cups, didn't they? So,
exactly.
It's possible.
But just talking about cups and this 5th position for the Champions League next season, whether it goes to an English club, an Italian club, or a German club, if we get it right, say we finish 5th, right? Does that mean we don't go straight into the group stage? Do we have to qualify?
I think so.
Although that will be the top 4 will go into the group stage. We probably end up having to play Atletico Himalayas or something in the qualifying matches.
Or do you remember when we played Young Boys of Bern to qualify?
Oh, and never forget it.
Down at half time.
3-0 down on a plastic pitch.
Quite
easily in the end, but
I just remember thinking at half time, after all the effort we'd gone through to get top 4 and all the excitement and that, and when we were 3-0 down in the first qualifying game, I mean, even though it was over 2 legs, 3-0 down at half time, you think, bloody hell. And I think we've gone through all that to come out like this. And then I think we got that black defender, I can't think of his name, scored from a corner. And then I think right at the very end, didn't he? I think Rudder made it 3-2. And when that goal went in, I thought, we got this tie. We were never going. I think we were 2-0 up pretty quickly in the return leg, weren't we, at home? Although I think from memory, didn't Defoe get a goal where he probably handled it to control it? Back in the halcyon days of no VAR.
Talking of that, I often watch that. That Spurs game back in the first division against Bristol City when we won 9-0. I think the last Glenn Hoddle was only about 5 yards offside. I'd say that was about all.
Yeah, I know. Every time you look at it, you think, how is that not offside? That was during.
It was unbelievable how that wasn't disallowed.
I just bought my first shortwave radio, and that was the first game I managed to hear. And it's just like, and there's been another goal. There's been another goal at White Lane. Another goal at White Lane.
That's the game that. Do you remember Peter Cook, the comedian?
Moore.
Peter Cook. He was a big Spurs fan, and apparently he reckoned he had a kidney complaint that day, and he went to the toilet 3 times and missed every goal. Actually, when you think about it, Spurs have some really big celebrity fans over the years, like Trigger from Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah.
Spurs fan. Peter Cook, Kenneth Branagh is a big Spurs fan.
Bruce Forsyth, I think, as well.
Yes.
Oh, there's a goal in the Championship. Stoke 0, West Brom 1. So there's a little bit happening.
Do you remember the actor in the old Carry On films, the Doctor film, Leslie Phillips.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah,
He was a big
yeah.
fan as well. Yeah.
Well, hello.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Uh, so this is amazing. Not a goal in the Premiership. My God.
It's crazy. It's just not happening, is it?
Oh, God, nothing happening.
It's not. There's hardly any,
Playing
even in the Scottish
tomorrow
League.
in Scotland. Rangers and Celtic.
Oh, when's that on? I might watch
Tomorrow
that.
at 12 o'clock. That will actually decide the Scottish title because whoever wins that isn't going to be caught, I don't think. So
Right.
Rangers win that. They win their first title for a number of years. Although Celtic have gone so backwards under Brendan Rodgers. It's not true.
Yeah, it's funny how many Celtic fans you bump into now that we got Postecoglou in it.
Yeah. Well, it shows you what a great job he did up there, you know.
Yeah, they're all really. I even met there's a pub I go to after work, and the manager, the landlord, is Australian, and he used to support, I think, Brisbane Roar when Postecoglou was there, and apparently Postecoglou took him to 2 titles, which had never won before, and then his wife wanted to go back to Melbourne where they used to live, and so that's why he took the job at Melbourne the following season. So yeah.
Okay. There's a documentary coming out about him, apparently, about his relationship with Ferenc Puskas.
Oh, right.
Puskas, I think it was the Melbourne team, and Ange was because Ange, he must have been his translator and his chauffeur when he was there. Yeah, but that'll be very interesting, you know, when that comes out. And I'd also go back to that trip back for the Newcastle match. I think that game is as much a thank you to Poch over Ange what he's done.
I think so,
have a game in his hometown, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think Melbourne's got the biggest Greek population outside of Greece, or outside of Athens. Yeah.
It's a lovely city, Melbourne. I was in it once. I thought it was lovely.
Yeah, they're lovely people, the Greeks. Actually, I was up on the Gold Coast on a holiday with my parents, and we had a caravan, and we were next to this caravan. This Greek family had 3 lads, and you know.
Yeah.
And the mum goes, "Oh, I see that your son's on his own. Do you want to come in and, you know, have an evening with us," sort of thing? And I'd already had my tea, and I went over there, and these 3 lads were talking about football and watching comedy shows and that. And then, "Oh, do you want some food?" "Oh, a little bit." This big, great steak food and that sort of thing. You know?
I didn't smash the plate afterwards. No.
No.
They do New Year's Eve, smash all the plates.
I've experienced that at a Greek restaurant in Australia as well. But what they do is they just before, when you finish dinner, they come around with all these sort of I don't know, these really not cheap plates, but plates that are made out of plaster of Paris sort of thing. You know, so
yeah.
And you just smash them out. It's good fun, I have to say. Oh, there's been a goal at Leicester. Leicester 1, Birmingham 0. Kiernan Shrewsbury Hall has scored.
Do you know something? He's having a great season, that fella. He really is. He's playing very, very well. Oh, here he is.
Mr. Tron.
Hello.
How you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. I just wanted to show you the latest league table. I only did this just now, guys, so this is new for me. So
there's
give me a minute.
No goals in the Premiership at all, so it hasn't changed.
I know that. I've got them there, Philip. Look, I got them upside of me there. Nils all the way along. I take it that only 5 goals have been scored in the whole of the the leagues.
Yep.
So
but 2 important ones.
Yeah.
Leicester leading is important.
There is the up-to-date table for you guys.
Right.
What do you reckon, Philip? Are you still back in Man City?
Dermot, I will never change from that. You know well I'm not going to change. And they're starting to put the 4 goals in the last 2 matches.
Mm-hmm.
They're starting to motor a bit now. And De Bruyne today was unreal. He was brilliant. He really was.
I mean, that's what says a lot to me about the current Tottenham team. Is, you know, you put a De Bruyne in our team, you put a Harry Kane in our team. You know, we're not that far away. I think we're doing well.
We are not. Philip, how's your game going?
No score. Not much. Brentford have probably had the better chances. Villa starting to come back into it a bit more. Reguilon had a great chance in the first couple of minutes, put it wide. Villa have had 1 good chance, but no, it's it's fairly low key at the minute. Although Villa are playing a very high line, and Brentford are exploiting that. They're getting in behind them.
Yeah.
I think Ivan Toney's on the bench, isn't he, as well?
Yes,
yeah.
I wonder did you have a bet on that?
Yeah. Did you do the super chats and the member chats and that, Philip?
We've done the member chat, yeah.
You didn't do the super chat from Wayne.
There's been a goal at Wolves, by the way.
I didn't see that, Dermot. It didn't come up on my screen.
Yeah, Wolves 1, West Ham 0.
Oh, Wolves 1, West Ham. I'll give you an up-to-date score there. Philip, do you want to read out the super chat? Big up, Wayne, for the €2 super chat. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
Wayne, thank you.
Yeah. A couple of months ago, who scored against Young Boys.
That's the guy. Right. That's the song. Yes.
That's not come up on my screen, Dermot, for some reason. Anyway.
Ellie says, big up to Ellie, says Sheffield Wednesday players just put it on the plate and completely messed up. Oh my God, worst miss I've seen since Werner's 19 missed. LOL. I take it she's not a Werner fan.
Not really? I wouldn't have thought that.
I think Werner's done very well. I think he the West Ham defence the other night. So,
Yeah. Big up to Timmel. He's new, so big up. Welcome to the channel, sir. He says Kevin De Bruyne, KDH, 12G/39. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, he scored 2 crackers today now. Really good goals.
Yeah. And then DJ Samuel, make my Saturday if Arsenal lose. I said it last night. Me and Colin went through the Premier League games, and I said Brighton could beat them 1-0, Philip and Brad. I just got this feeling that they can turn up tonight, Brighton.
Depends what Brighton turns up, Dermot. It depends what Brighton turns up.
Yeah.
They can be brilliant and they can be crap.
Yeah.
It all depends on whether I watch as well. Because if I watch, Arsenal will probably win. But
I don't watch Arsenal, I'm afraid. Unless I have to.
I'm like you, Philip. I can't bring myself to watch them, especially when they're playing well. I might watch it if I think they might get beat. But
I have to watch them if we're doing a watch along. Goals in the Championship, the lower leagues, Brad. What you got there?
Two interesting ones. Two interesting ones is that it's Leicester 1, Birmingham 0, and Coventry 1, Leeds 0. So Leeds and Leicester, if they both win their games, will leapfrog Ipswich. But at the moment, Leeds surprisingly are 1-0 down. Although they have probably got the tougher game. They're at Coventry, and Leicester at home to Birmingham, and Birmingham are down near the bottom. So
yeah, so Philip, any other games that have sort of took your interest around the leagues today? Is there any other results you're thinking? Do you know what, that'd be a good result?
The Ipswich losing to Norwich is probably the most important one. But then Leeds are losing now to Coventry. So it's the title race in the Championship is really, really interesting, and I think Leicester can take advantage of it now today.
Yeah, does that finish the last week before the Premier League to Championship, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it normally does.
I think there's an around the grounds there, Philip, for the last day of the Championship, and all the League 1 to League 2, all the different permutations.
Are they all Sunday games, though? Are they all Sunday games?
I think they are. Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to clash with the Premiership, So yeah, possibly. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, it's going to be okay. It's going to be 2 from 3, Leicester, Leeds, or Ipswich to go automatically up. And then you've got Southampton coming on looking for the playoffs. So yeah.
Just seeing what day is that? Is that Sunday, the 28th April?
No, it's May. I think it May the 6th.
That's the weekend. That's the weekend I'm at the Burnley match, the 11th, 10th or 11th of May.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got Premier League. Are you saying it might be on the?
I don't know. They normally have all the games together, don't they? On the last day of the season. Same kickoff.
Leighton Orient got 1-0 up against Cheltenham. Grimsby are 1-0 up against Newport. Spartans FC are 1-0 up against Elgin City. And Northampton Town are 1-0 up against Carlisle. So a few goals now starting to come in. Very poor in the Championship. Millwall are losing to Huddersfield. I don't know if that's actually in the stands or on the pitch. What they're losing, they're drawing anyway. There must be a bit of a standoff.
Yeah, it's 37 arrests to 25 at the moment.
Is it? Is that what it is? They're doing very well then. And Swindon have taken the lead against Borough. Williams Cocolo. What a name, Cocolo.
Brilliant.
Just call him Coco.
the last day of the championship season, I think the standout game is all games kick off at 12:30.
What time? What day? Is that the Sunday?
Yeah, Leeds versus Southampton on a Saturday the 4th of May. So it is on a Saturday rather than a Sunday.
Oh, that's 2 weeks before the Premiership then.
Mate, hold on. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong week again. Let's have a look. Sunday
Maybe somebody let us know in the chat.
Yeah, because on Sunday the 12th of May, it's got a championship to be confirmed. So that'll probably be one of the playoffs, wouldn't it?
Interesting. Yeah.
There's 91 days between the end of the Premier League and the start of the new Premier League season this time around.
It's what, 3 months effectively, isn't it, I guess?
Yeah. But don't forget, you've got the European Championships.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to
between that as well. So by the time they end, the pre-season will start kicking off. Because all they get, isn't it? It's just June off. The end of May and June off. That's it.
Yeah, but to be fair, that's all we get off, isn't it? We only get 4 weeks holiday a year. So
yeah.
I'm not too feel sorry for football players that only don't get a lot of time off for doing a game they love.
To be fair, I'm only getting 2 weeks holiday this year, and I'm damn well looking forward to it.
Well, Villa scored, by the way, lads.
Who scored for Villa, Philip?
I think it's Watkins. It's a fucking scruffy goal now. The ball hit the post, and he forced it in on the rebound. Watkins. Let's have a look at it now. They're a bit undeserved now, but anyway, they're ahead. Cross came in. Yeah, goalie made a good save. It hit the post and may have gone over the line, but Watkins forced it in. So 1-0 to Villa.
Yeah, big up to Everton. Big up to Wayne Bonner. 14 months, Philip. That I know you read it out, but that's great service, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah.
What service?
Very good one.
We'll be 2 games in hand.
We promise, me and Philip will promise we will get out more members only stuff for you members. I know we don't do a lot for you members, but we will do. So we will promise we will do that for you. But big up, 14 months is wow. Big up to you, Wayne.
Exactly. We have 2 games in hand on Villa. They'll be 5 points ahead of us.
Half time, Philip. I want to talk about a little game that's happening in Glasgow tomorrow. It really is a little game, isn't it, in Glasgow? Not really a lot of people know about it.
Is that the one?
That's the one, yeah, it's the one, yeah. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly earlier. It's a title decider tomorrow, really. Who wins?
Yeah, well, the game is live here on Thfc till I die. We are doing the watch along to it. Me and Bobby will be doing the watch along for the Glasgow derby. And that really will be because I'm Celtic and Bobby's Rangers, so it really will be not the usual banter watch along. This one goes deeper than banter, believe me.
I might give it a view. I think if it's 12 o'clock kickoff, I'm normally on the video call to my mum in Australia at about 11. So, but although to be fair, I'll probably do what I'm doing now. I'll be chatting to my mum like this, and I'll be having the TV on in the background.
It was Ollie Watkins who scored 39. It's taken them a long time to put one past Brentford. Have they been playing that well, Brentford, Philip?
Brentford had the better chances. Brentford had a couple of great chances. And Villa, been grinding their way back into the match, but it's not a great game by any means. It's like Brentford really haven't a lot to play for. Villa have, but you wouldn't think it from the first 20 minutes.
One of my favourite football names, Hamilton Academicals, have just taken the lead.
Yeah, I still think the best ever heading on a newspaper article after a match came from Scotland when Caledonian beat Super Cali go ballistic. Celtic were atrocious. I mean, you can't make it up. Oh, brilliant.
That's brilliant. Other than that one, I think Glenn Hoddle had a go at when he was managing Chelsea and they played West Ham, and I think Julian Dix got sent off or whatever for West Ham. And Glenn Hoddle had a go at him in the aftermatch press conference. And I think the headline on the paper the next day was Hoddle stamps on Dix. You sort of think to yourself,
There used to be a great banner at White Hart Lane during Hoddle's era was It's a doddle for Hoddle, the rooster booster.
Oh, there's an interesting goal. In League 2, MK Dons have taken the lead against Forest Green. MK Dons are one of the 4 teams that are going for promotion up the top there.
Right. Right.
Max Dean scored the goal.
Right.
I used to work with a guy who was a Wimbledon supporter, and when they became MK Dons, he stopped following them. He actually followed the Wimbledon AFC when they could actually rename themselves, didn't they? They sort of reborn themselves. He actually followed them, yeah, and he was like a season ticket holder as well.
Ellie here, just to go love. So it's Greeks and Greek Cypriots. We feed people. Our hospitality is to not H and at my home for the North London Derby. I'm having many people around, lads. All welcome over the invitation.
Ellie, I'd love to join. If I weren't going to the game, that's where I'd be.
Ellie is going to the game.
Oh right, okay.
I'm still waiting to see if Ellie's got me a ticket. That's what I'm still waiting. I'm waiting to find out if she's got. I had a ticket and I couldn't go, so I had to give it away. And then I found out I could have gone in the end. So I'm waiting for Ellie's got to get me a ticket.
Well, I'm currently working, as you know, but I can also withdraw money from my pension fund, although I do pay tax on it, and I'm actually literally having to use that to renew my season ticket. So
Jesus,
yeah, it's
are they very expensive, Brad?
My one is pretty close to £1,300.
Boy,
it's 1,200 and something. I mean, I'm budgeted for £1,300, so yeah, it's quite. I mean, if you look at the fact that they haven't increased the tickets over the last 5 seasons, I guess an increase you could possibly justify that. But what they've done with the concessions, especially when the concessions, there's not many concessions in the ground anyway. You know, so to argue that they can't afford to do it, I think it's a very, very poor argument.
Right. I heard you talking about Daniel Levy earlier about the 3 million. I disagree with you two. On the more of a business point of view. Now, I agree with you. There should be the concessions for the OAPs should be given back.
Yeah,
that bit I agree with. 100% behind you, one all the way. But where I slightly disagree with you, and it was actually brought up on TalkSport this week from the owner of Peterborough United, who was in with Jim White in the morning. Now, Levy hasn't taken a bonus within the last 5 years. He's forgone his bonuses over the last 5 years. Now, he's taken this one. It's bad timing for me with the season ticket prices going up. But season tickets haven't gone up in 5 years either. So, to be fair, I think Tottenham have done very well trying to keep it low for people that buy season ticket holders. But he is an employee of a club. He doesn't own the club. He's a majority shareholder. So he's an employee. If you do a job, Brad, right?
Yep.
And you got it within your contract, you meet certain targets, you will get a bonus. Are you telling me you're going to forego that bonus?
I think
take it. Do you know, I have no problem. I don't think he's in his right to take it. It's what he does is down to him. But he is in his right to take his bonus because he's met his targets.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's obviously going to be in his contract that he meets certain target, and I think the point was made that many other big companies and corporations would pay bigger bonuses. But I just think it just doesn't sit right with me that it's happened when they've taken concessions away from let's be honest, elderly supporters that have been supporting the club for years and years and years.
Yeah,
that they've actually done it. I mean, they could have maybe just done it next season, whatever. It just grates on me a little bit.
Whenever they're going to do it, it was always going to be bad time. Now, I agree with you. That I think they will go back in that concessions. I think at the end of the day, I think Tottenham will see sense.
I think they will as well, actually.
I think they will.
Yeah.
But
I think they will. I think they will.
Yeah. By the way, gentlemen, there's been a goal in the Championship. Leicester 1, Birmingham 1 now. So that's interesting.
And Swindon in League Two, Swindon gone 2-0 up. Paul Gazzetti has given. And also on the season tickets, people complaining about the season tickets. I've got a very simple. Philip knows my view on this, don't you, Philip? You know what I'm going to say. If you're going to complain, don't buy the damn thing. Don't buy the season ticket and then start complaining about it.
The problem is season
because
ticket
if you're
holders.
Complaining about, hang on, if you I want to say very quickly, if you're complaining about the person you don't want to give money to, then why are you giving money to him by buying the season ticket?
It's
I think when you're a season ticket holder, you're at Tottenham, and I imagine many other clubs or big clubs anyway. If I was to say I'm not going to buy my season ticket anymore, I would not get another season ticket in my lifetime.
Yeah, I'm not having to go with you, Brad. I'm just saying it out as principle.
To the waiting list, yeah. So we're in a situation we're not saying we're forced to, but it's a situation that we have to renew our season ticket. Otherwise, we don't ever go again. I was lucky. I was very lucky years ago where I was able to literally get someone else to pay for my season ticket, and they had it for 2 seasons. Technically not supposed to do that, but that's how we did it. So, and then luckily I got a job which just happened to pay a bonus around season ticket renewal time, and I managed to get my season ticket back.
That wasn't a dig at you, Brad. I'm just making a point.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I do get your point. I just think in this day and age where there's such a lot of money around in this world, and especially at Tottenham, that to pick on the people that can probably least afford it, I just think it's wrong. It is
wrong,
very,
and
very
I agree with you on that.
know?
I'm not disagreeing with you. Philip, go on. You had your hand up. What's happening? You're shaking your head saying ridiculous. I don't think it was what me and Brad were talking about. I think it's about what you're just seeing on the screen.
Everton just scored against Burnley, Calvert-Lewin 1-0 to Everton. No, I saw the referee, and the referee's done this twice. I don't know who the referee is in the Villa-Brentford game, but once about 10 minutes ago, Villa were breaking away when the player was fouled, and instead of playing the advantage, when Villa had a real advantage, he brought them back and gave them a free kick. He's after doing exactly the same thing for Brentford. Brentford were away in a 2v1 situation. There was a foul on the player on the ball. It broke to the other fella. He brings it back for a free kick to Brentford. Yeah. And they surrounded him. Then he blew the whistle for half time and got out of it.
Now, they're showing it now, Philip. The Brentford players look absolutely incensed. And the goalkeeper's pushing them away.
Yeah, they're not happy, are they? I was just seeing the same pictures.
No, it's just poor refereeing again,
Well, the funny thing was, I the other day I found the highlights of the Man City 3, Tottenham 3 games. And I'd forgotten about when Man City were clean through and the referee pulled the ball back for a free kick right at the end of the game. So we actually, it helped us that day. But I'm not sure which WhatsApp group. Someone posted a picture, a graph of penalties that you've received and how much time you spend in the opponent's box. There was on a graph on like the X axis was how many penalties, and the Y-axis was how many times and Tottenham were right at the high end of the Y-axis, had so many times in the penalty box, and yet had only received 1 penalty this season. It's
a really interesting score from Germany. A team that I never even heard of up to today now, to be honest with you. Heidenheim, right? versus Bayern Munich. Yeah. After 45 minutes, Harry Kane and Serge Gnabry had put Bayern Munich 2-0 up. But now, after 51 minutes, it's 2 each.
Wow, gee.
Heidenheim, they're the biggest name in German football, Philip. I mean, they're up there.
The Heidi Heidi more. I know what the Heidi Heidi.
Now, can I just put Luton 0-0 with Bournemouth? A lot of half times coming in. Philip, that 1-0 for Everton. How massive has that goal come to Everton now? How big would that goal be?
That's actually put Everton now up to 29 points, which is effectively 6 points off the drop zone. So that isn't great. If they keep that going, that's very good. But what's happened here is that 1-0 down to Villa has put Brentford back on 28 points, only 5 points above the drop zone. So, I can see Ivan Toney coming on the second half. So Everton have actually moved up a position and Brentford have dropped one.
Where does that leave now, Everton? Is 40 points still the safety, do you think, Philip, or is it a bit less this year, do you think, or more? Where's the safety mark, do you think?
I'd say the safety mark this season will be around, well, let's see now. Luton have 23 points with six games to go. So that's a maximum of 41 points they can get, right? So I think 38, 37 points will be enough this season to stay up.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just looking at the German Bundesliga. I thought UEFA came to an agreement years ago that all the major European leagues had to have 20 teams in it. Yet the Bundesliga's got 18.
Yeah, it wasn't all. Germany was given an exemption, I think, back in the day. Yeah, because their leagues are actually slightly smaller, I think, than all the rest of the European leagues put together.
Right. They threatened to invade UEFA in that way with it.
Well, they've got 34 games, and with 6 games to go at the moment, anyway. Because I think these league tables take into
just very quickly, Brad. Just quickly, I just want to quickly go through the halftime results if I can. Just very quickly. Sorry, I'll get back to that. We've got Villa 1, Brentford 0, Palace 2, Man City 4. That's a full time. Everton 1, Burnley 0. Big result for Everton so far. Fulham 0, Newcastle 0, Luton 0, Bournemouth 0, Wolves 1, West Ham 0. So that is your Premier League halftime. Of course, 1 full-time score. Brad, do you want to take the championship if it comes up there?
Yeah, because there's some interesting games, or 2 interesting games, or 3 if you include QPR, because my mate follows them. They're still going on with the Premier League at the moment, which is a bit annoying. But going back to Germany before the results come up, Bayer Leverkusen are 15 points clear with so not many. Here we go. The Championship. We have Blackburn 0, Southampton 0, Cardiff 0, Hull 2, Coventry 1, Leeds 0. That's a very important score. Huddersfield 0, Millwall 0, Leicester 1, Birmingham 1. Another important game. Middlesbrough 1, Swansea 0, Norwich 1, Ipswich 0. That's a result from earlier today. QPR 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Stoke 0, West Brom 1, Sunderland 0, Bristol City 0. And Watford 0, Preston 0. So not a lot happening in the Championship, very much like the Premiership at the moment.
Yeah, and League One there. Look, when League One comes up, I'll do League One, then you can do League Two, Brad. Look, Leverkusen, are they unbeaten in every game they've played this season?
They certainly are in the league.
Yeah.
Certainly are in the league.
Ellie says it's a party before and after the match. 2, it's an extension to everyone's. Well, Ellie, let me know if you got my ticket. If you got my ticket, I'm coming. But you haven't let me know. Please. I need to book flights. Tottenham, and Wayne says, Tottenham, the board and band time.
Surely not. Yeah, I know, Wayne.
Look, Brad, I get your point on the concessions. I do understand that, and I'm behind you 100% on that. It's the bit, I think that taking the bonus is bad timing, personally. He could have taken it quietly. I think somebody leaked that to the press. To be fair,
well, they no, but they have to put it in the financial report.
Yeah, they have to.
They have to, and I think it's buried in there somewhere because I think it's not in the main thing that people see on the website. But if you actually go into the report, it's in like 60 pages long. It's in there somewhere.
Do you know what? I think this. You were talking about it earlier. This has been a damn good season for Tottenham. If you look at it,
I think we've done well. Yeah, I think we've done very well. Another point I will make on the Daniel Levy bonus is that any reporter worth their salt who's going to be reporting on the Tottenham end of season or end of year results is going to be looking for the Daniel Levy bonus.
Yeah,
they're going to be looking for that because that is newsworthy. So they're going to be doing that. But
and it shows did backhand because they've made a loss, so it shows to have backed him in the summer on what he wanted and plays he wants. So that's a good sign, though, isn't it?
I think the players that we've got have been very good. The only thing I will say, I do hope we go for quality rather than quantity in the summer. We're starting to build up a squad now of decent players, not well beaten players by any stretch of the imagination, but they're decent. They're decent enough players, and I just think we got to go for that little bit of quality. And as I said earlier, you imagine the De Bruyne and a Kane in the current Tottenham first 11.
Yeah.
You're looking at a different team.
You are.
Or different, certainly a stronger team, certainly a better team.
Just here's League One. We've got Blackpool 1, Cambridge United 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Bolton 0, Burton 0, Oxford United 1, Charlton 2, Barnsley 1, Exeter 1, Stevenage 0, Leyton Orient 2, Cheltenham 0, Northampton 1, Carlisle 0, Portsmouth 2, Shrewsbury 1, and then Reading and Lincoln and Wigan and Port Vale are all 0-0. Philip, do you want to do League 2 when it pops up there, just to go through the halftime goals?
Hang on, that sounds like James Alexander Gordon used to do them years ago on BBC. Yeah, I'll get off my phone, Derm. I can read them. I can read it better. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
League 2 we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah, it's quite top. The second to fourth is quite tight. They're all on the same amount of points virtually. Although Stockport look like they're 6 points clear, so you think they're probably going to win that.
The scores at the minute are Accrington 0, Crewe 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Salford 0, Barrow 0, Swindon 2, Bradford City 1, Gillingham 0, Colchester 0, Wrexham 0, Forest Green Rovers 0, MK Dons 1, Grimsby 1, Newport 0, Mansfield 0, Crawley 2. That's a bit of a shock. Morecambe 0, Doncaster 2. Colin will be happy about that. Notts County 1, Harrogate 0, Sutton 1, Stockport County 3, and Tranmere 1, Walsall 1.
So, Phil, I just want to go very quickly, Philip, if we can, guys, through the top 7 of the Premier League. Just let me take the Premier League tables down so it doesn't look a little bit odd. But there we go. There is the Premier League table, guys. Wow. Philip. Wow.
Oh, Ellie.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Jeez, Ellie, what are you doing?
My God. I don't know what to say, Ellie. I'm not usually caught for words, but I've been caught for words. Wow.
Jeez, hang on. I just clean my glasses and make sure I'm not seeing the wrong.
I need to change my glasses. Hang on. Yeah, I do as well, Philip. Philip's just fell off the bed, everyone, by the way. That's just his AI looking well. Brad's just ran out the room going, oh, my God. And that's his say. Right, we're going to read this out. Ellie, big up, honestly. 50. Philip, will you read it out? I don't know what to say. I'm dumbstruck.
Hang on, I want to get me. I'm not often stuck for words, but by God, I am now.
Okay, Brad, could you read it out?
Get the video, please, lads. Here's my entry fee. As that was the best laugh of it. Brad on a stream, honestly, split my sides, all three of us, and the chat was going some too. It was truly epic and comedy gold. My God, my sides are still literally aching. That's from the Garda, the one we did about the guards going out to raid the island for the poaching, but we substituted football names for it. It was very, very funny.
Well, I tell you what we do, Philip. Before we end today's stream, we'll do a Garda one. Before we end it, we'll do that for Ellie. Because of what she's done for us. What do you reckon?
Yeah, for me as well. I haven't seen it, so yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen it? You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's what we're going to talk about it today, Philip, is about looking for Daniel Levy's bonus. Should we do it around that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Do you know what you can actually do? Getting near the end of the game, you could put it on. You can put it on near the end of the matches, because that'd be good. Daniel Levy's bonus, yeah.
Ellie, I don't know what to say. Thank you,
generous, Ellie. It's so generous of you. It really is.
It really is, Ellie. Thank you so much. Honestly, that would buy Philip a few. That would buy Philip a few. I don't know what that would buy you, Philip. A few what? Bottles of poaching?
Well, not wanting to be stereotypical, but cut some Guinnesses, maybe.
Philip doesn't drink. Philip is teetotal, so I'm buying them some poaching for Christmas. I'm brewing it now. It's a special bathwater poaching, Philip. I'm brewing you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yet the bathwater was coming from a 70-stone American woman in the south of America, down in Texas, sort of that way for you.
Oh my God! Right.
I'm waiting for it to come over at the moment. So there you go. And then 100-stone, and then 100-pound husband's going in afterwards for them. So you're getting two mixtures there.
Right. Well, I'm going to go and get myself. I'm not sure if you can put a pint with a dash of lemonade, but a pint with a dash of cloudy lemonade. So
okay,
who knows? I shall return.
Yeah.
See you in a minute.
Okay, see you in a minute. Philip, wow, from Ellie. I can't. I'm dumbstruck.
So am I. Yeah, no, I really am. I'm just...
Thank
oh
you.
God! Yeah,
thank you so
Ellie.
much, Ellie. Honestly, thank you so much. Wow. Wow. Carl says, wow, Ellie, you're a legend. Wayne Bonner, big up, Ellie. Ellie says, my garden is about 60 foot by 30 foot. There you go, Ellie. You can throw a party now. DJ Samuel, 50 quid. Party. You're saying, and Ellie saying, Dermatron and Philip, you're still my guys.
Very good. Yeah.
Do you know what? I do miss Ellie on the channel, Philip. Don't you? For some of the shows we do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I do miss Ellie on the channel.
Absolutely. Ellie, do you know what will happen with Dermot? When Dermot gets over for a match, he'll cut the lawn for you.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, can we go back to the Premier League table? Right, Philip, there is the top 7. Look, I did put Man United and West Ham in there because they are the top 7. I think that's European places, isn't it? Top 7 or is it top 8?
Yeah, well, at the minute, the way the games are going at the minute, Newcastle are now in the top 7, and Wolves and West Ham have dropped out of it. Yeah, well, Wolves have dropped into the number 8, and West Ham are down to 9th. Yeah. And Villa just scored again.
Have they started again, Philip?
Yeah, just started literally. The score within 40 seconds of the start. Rogers over here.
Way. So let me take that off. The Premier League comes off. We'll put that back on. Fulham. Where's Fulham are 1-0 up against Newcastle? Wow.
All right. Oh, nice goal. Goal never even moved. This is tomorrow against Forest has now become a must-win game, I think.
Yeah, it is. They're still going through the league results on Sky. They're really behind, which is quite funny. Look, Philip, you got Villa 1-0 up, Wolves are 1-0 up, Everton are 1-0 up, Fulham are 1-0 up. All the home teams are winning. All he needs Luton to go 1-0 up, and then it's a clean sleep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you look at it this way, I mean, I'm looking at the table from down to number 5. Okay, Liverpool and Man City nearly inseparable at the top of the minute, right?
Yeah.
Arsenal, okay, City have played one game more. Liverpool go to Man United tomorrow.
Philip, sorry, there's a goal. Villa are 2-0 up. I think you've missed that.
No,
Villa.
I said that a minute ago. Villa scored again. Yeah.
So are Fulham 1-0 up as well?
Hang on.
Did you say Fulham are 1-0 up or
no? I said Villa have gone 2-0 up. That's
I thought you said Fulham had gone 1-0 up.
Villa 40 seconds into the game they scored another one.
So that tomorrow is a must-win game then against Forest.
Yeah, okay, we've got Liverpool at 70 points, City 70 points, Arsenal 68. Hopefully Brighton can do a job on Arsenal tonight. Villa now on 62 points. They're 5 points ahead of us. They have got 2 games we've got 2 games in hand. And the goal differences are now, they have one better goal difference than us. 1 goal difference. So we need to get a few goals tomorrow to break that up. Now, the big thing is the gap is back to 6th place. We are 9 points ahead of Manchester United with a vastly superior goal difference.
Yeah, but
also
5th place is ours.
It's unless something drastic happens, yeah.
Yeah. Carl says, are Sky really behind? They are. The games have started and they were still doing league, whatever.
It could be your stream. Your stream might be behind them, is it?
No, it's not, Philip.
It's on here. It's got the Villa have gone 2 up.
Yeah.
Which I heard you say whilst I was in the kitchen. But at the moment, they're interviewing Alan Smith.
That's who I've got on my screen.
Yeah.
So
I think they're just.
Carl is saying, Sky, they are. We've got Ellie. I haven't got a spare ticket yet. Oh, Elliot, if you can. You know, I will be there. I'll even swim over the Irish Sea to get there. And Chris says, Chris Welsh, big up, lads. Hope you're well.
Chris.
Big up, Mr. Welsh. We'll get you on, Chris, for these
My car
around the
as well.
grounds, because we want a Carlisle reporter, and because you're a massive Carlisle fan. So we'll have a Carlisle reporter. Colin, of course, is our Doncaster Rovers reporter as well, because he's a big Donny fan. Me and Philip, we're just covering there, and me and Brad are in the studio. You know,
I'd like to just, if you want to make your lager look like an ale, then put cloudy lemonade in it.
There you go. Philip's drinking punching.
Yeah.
I think I put too much lemonade in it. It's tasted more like a shandy than a beer.
West Ham Wolves are still 1-0. Neil Lennon looks well on the telly. He should be the island job.
That's who it is. I was trying to work out who it was. I knew I'd seen him before. I couldn't remember his name.
There also. Oh, you're going, DJ Samuel. Wicked, man. Wicked. Hope you have a great day. If I'm there, I'd love to meet up with you, DJ. Ellie goes, do you feel Levy will backtrack on concessions? I think he will. I really do.
Mm.
I don't.
I know that Philip, you don't think he will, but I think he's good at doing things. It's a really strange guy. He's a guy that will do things that are really, really bad timing and get him a lot of bad publicity, and then he'll do stuff which will give him good publicity. It's just he's almost like he's trying to test us. You know, let's do this, and when he sees reaction, I'll renege on that. I mean,
look, compared to the Glazers and compared to other owners of other football clubs that are pretty terrible, I know he's not been the most popular chairman, but he hasn't been that bad, has he? To be fair,
the problem is
compared to the United, who take dividends out of the club and they're letting Old Trafford rot to places. I mean, Colin was telling me there was fans at Old Trafford a month ago, and a bit of concrete fell off the ceiling and nearly hit them. That's how bad Old Trafford's got.
I just think, Dermot, that when Tottenham have been in a position to carry on, he hasn't backed the manager. I think that's the problem. That my problem with the way that ENIC have run the club, and you only have to look at their record with what we've won in that time. Although you could make the argument that we've been in many semi-finals and 2 or 3 finals. So, you know, in another reality, we could have won a lot of stuff. So, but I just think
that's the way I look at it, Brad. I mean, but for a kick here and a kick there, we could have won the Champions League, a league, 2 leagues.
I've got a theory on it, right? If you look at the timing of these things, right? Back in 2016 and 17, when we really needed money to invest in the team to push on, it wasn't there. It wasn't backed. Right now, was that down to the fact we were just about to build a new stadium and that the funds were earmarked for that? Because if you look at things now, since the new stadium has come on stream with the extracurricular activities of the NFL and the rock concerts and the boxing, suddenly money is a little bit more freely available. So what was he just being cautious at the time? But now we can see the funds are there to be allowed to regenerate the team.
I think he's generally a cautious person anyway, and I think that, and he always said that the building of the stadium would not affect transfer funds. So I think, as you say, that season, our last season at White Hart Lane was the best Tottenham team I've ever seen. You know, whilst I've been going to football, and obviously I was alive during the double winning team, but I obviously never watched it. But yeah, that was the best team I've seen, and we could have. It would have been interesting if we'd have had another season at White Hart Lane, what we would have done. But the problem with what happened with that team was it got older at the same time, and then as soon as we got to the 2019 Champions League final, that was our peak, and we never actually got in there and sort of. We never. If you look at what Man United used to do when they were winning titles every season, they used to always upgrade their team every season. That one player would go and they'd buy another player in.
You could go back to the Liverpool sides, couldn't you, Brad?
Yeah,
you can go back to Liverpool sides of the 80s and 70s and 80s. 2 players every season, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what. And they're good quality players that make differences. And I don't think we've done that. It's this quantity over quality thing. And also the other thing, let's be honest about this. Our recruiting has not been that good. At least they're trying to sort of rectify that now. But
Yeah, I think Paratiski's done a good job on that, though.
I think Steve Hitchen's got an awful lot.
Very good.
Yeah, Steve Hitchen's got an awful lot to answer for, to be fair. And his time as football director of football, I think he really does. Look, you can't tell me no. So go on, Philip. Go on.
Bournemouth have taken the lead at Luton.
They have, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Marcus Tavernier.
Ooh, let me change that. Let me change that for you. So at the moment, that means Luton are on 22 points, Forest on 25, Brentford on 28, and Everton on 29. But Everton and Forest have a game. Everton will have a game in hand. Sheffield United will have 2 games in hand on teams above them, but they're on 15 points.
Yeah, I think they're dead and buried.
I'll tell you, there's one team licking their lips at the minute, and it's Arsenal, because Bayern Munich are now losing 3-2. There's 8 minutes to go.
Oh, Harry Kane, what have you done?
Just a very quick question on the Everton thing, guys. Are Everton due another points deduction somewhere along the line?
No, they've had 2, haven't they?
No, only one.
No, they had 2.
No, they've had one, Philip. They had one,
yeah,
and then
they got 4 points back on that one.
Yeah, hang on. They had a 10-point deduction. They won the appeal on that, which was brought back to 6 points. But there's another one. No, there's another one going down. There is another. They haven't had it yet. There's another one coming down the line. No, not yet.
Very, very important goal in the Championship. It's now Coventry 2, Leeds 0. So that's a very important result.
And Carl is saying here, I am hearing Everton's next point loss is 5 points.
Can I say that I don't agree with these points deductions?
I do.
Because who's suffering? The fans. Club doesn't.
But Brad, you got to punish the clubs for making mistakes. You can't let them away.
This country should do with
the
people
Premier
like
League. The Premier League can't go, well, do you know what, Everton, Chelsea, Man City, you've done 115 charges, or Chelsea, you've broken 20 charges, but we're not going to punish you because we're done to upset your fans. And then there's Tottenham, right, going for a league title, and they miss out by the title by, say, 5 points, right? And the team above them, say it's Chelsea, right? And they've known Chelsea have broken FFP and rules that how you run your football club. How do you think we'd feel? How do you think we feel that we know a team above us have broken the rules? Like Manchester City beat us in the League Cup final. They broke the rules. They cheated. They cheated to win everything.
I think the situation with Manchester City and with Everton and Nottingham Forest is totally different. What's happened with Nottingham Forest and Everton is just basically bad accounting. That's why they've had these points.
Yeah, but they broke the law.
Yeah.
They broke the law.
No, it's bad accounting. Whereas Man City, it's not bad accounting. It's that they just literally broke all the rules by getting past them, having good lawyers and getting past them. With Nottingham Forest and Everton, it's just bad accounting.
Yeah, but Brad, they broke the law. They broke the rules.
So then you find the directors of the club.
Yeah, but the directors are not there. So it's no point if they're not with the club, you have to. It's the club that have broken the rules. It could be you in charge of Everton, me and Philip in charge of in Leicester, and me in charge in say Manchester City, and you broke the rules, Philip, because Philip was fiddling with the accounts. Okay, fair enough, Philip.
Yeah, I'm just warning. It could go. It's getting really, really bad here at the moment.
Yeah,
really?
Here as well, actually, I have to say. And just to say for a pants that Brad, you broke the law by going over the 3-year period. You spent 300 million, right? You're allowed 105, and you spent 300 million. Philip has overspent by 50 million of the 105, right? And I spent $1 billion of the 105, right? Yeah, go on, Philip.
Brentford just got to go back.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So tell me then, Brad, why should and you resign? So surely the club are liable for that. It shouldn't be just the directors. It's the club that are liable. They've broke the rules. The club have broke the rules. So how can you fine a director when he's got nothing more to do with the club, but the club are liable for his mistakes? So
because when you're at the top of the tree, like a director, you're responsible for that club. It's like if I'm a manager, if I manage you, if I've got an accounts team and I manage you two guys, and there's loads and loads of mistakes that are made, I'm the one that gets the chop for it because I'm liable for what you two guys do. I just think Man City is because they broke football laws, whereas Nottingham Forest, it's more of an accounting laws that they broke rather than the actual football laws. And what would Man City
break they broke the football law. They broke the law for FFP, which is a football law.
Yeah, but I think it's down to the fact that somewhere in the accounting they haven't accounted for it properly. They've made an error. I don't think with Everton and Nottingham Forest it was a deliberate way of getting around the rules. Whereas I think with Manchester City, you could argue, and Chelsea for that matter, that they are deliberately finding ways around the rules. It's like the people who get paid loads of money and put it all into a tax haven, so they don't take taxes on it. It's all in. Yeah, and I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't, Philip. Look, you've got to decide in action on this. You've been sitting back enjoying this.
Just before I do, just look at the Brentford goal. It's the freakiest goal you'll ever see. Oh, 2 each. Oh,
what?
Yeah, Buena's at the score. But the first goal,
come on, Brentford.
Across came in from the left, right? It was headed back across the goal. One of the Brentford players took a shot, right? It was going towards another Brentford player who missed it completely.
Come on.
But it hit his standing leg and bounced it to the net. It was just crazy. But now
and the second goal, Philip, and the equaliser.
Yeah, and Bueno. A good goal, actually. He crossed in from the left. I think it might have been, he's onside. I think it might have been Reguilon with the cross. And then Bueno just took it on the volley. Villa defence stood off looking at him. And he just volleyed it. A very difficult ball coming over his left shoulder. And
there's
great goal.
A long way to go. But if the score stays the same, we beat Forest tomorrow, we go fourth.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Now, Philip,
I don't want to upset the celebration police out there. Yes, I am excited about
now, Philip. Winning. Between me and Brad's little argument here, which side of the fence are you falling on? I remember where your bread is buttered, sir.
No. I think, listen, the way I look at it is this: I think that it's very unfair. Okay, by the letter of the law, what's happened to Forest and Everton is correct, right? By the letter of the law. But I don't think it'll ever be squeaky clean until Chelsea and Manchester City are brought to book for their crimes. You know, it's okay if the smaller teams. I know the circumstances might be different. They've all broken the rules. But if they've all broken the rules, they should all be punished. Why are only two of them being punished and the other two, so far, scot-free? So I take your point, Brad, about, the accounting errors and whatever. But I think if you break those rules by whichever way you do it, you should be punished. But there should be an equal playing field for everybody and not selective prosecutions.
You and me broke this, Philip, about a month ago, how much Chelsea are in trouble. Do you remember we broke it about a month ago, didn't we? One Friday or Saturday evening we broke it. How much financial mess Chelsea are in. That Chelsea need European football this season just to break even. If they don't get European football, they're in. Well, let's put it this way. You remember Chelsea of the 80s of Save the Bridge, Brad?
Yeah.
They were doing that again in the summer. And this is where we could buy Gallagher, say, for 30 million. Because there'd be a sharp sale of players coming out of Chelsea to break even.
But you know something? If you look at the situation, assuming that 7th gets Europe, right? 7th position at the minute is 46 points. Chelsea are 43. They're only actually a win or two away from getting into the European positions, providing all the results go their way.
Yeah, but Conference League is not good enough for them, Philip. They need either Europa League or Champions League, which they're not going to get. No, hang on. If you win the FA Cup, do you get to
Europa League? They're 5 points off the Europa League, providing 6th position is in Europa. So they're not miles away from it yet. Now, that result against United the other night will give them great confidence. You know, the game they should never have won, but they did.
Seen Dara's comment down below.
Yeah, I was just going to say that haven't
Yeah.
Spurs broke some. Yeah, they will be. I think they're going to be punished next season. They won't be done this season and be next season.
That seemed to die a death, though, didn't it? It looks a very. It looks
17
another
years
of
ago.
these
17
technical
years
roles.
ago.
It was the FA who cocked up. It was
Yeah.
somebody within the FA that actually ballsed up. So, Bobby, if you're watching, please get your house in order.
There's a score at QPR. It's
Yeah.
QPR 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1.
Oh,
That's a big goal for Sheffield Wednesday. Now, Brentford
Yeah,
have got a free kick 25 yards out here now.
just quickly.
Mr. Ellie won't be liking that result.
No, he will not. Carl says that won't be points loss. It would be a fine if proven guilty. Doncaster 2-0 up, says Colin.
Ooh.
Bees level, says Timberley. Who were Brentford playing, says Carl. Villa away. Villa at home to Brentford. Big up, Nick. We're going to have to get you on a podcast one week. Nick, Greeks of Muckleby. Big up, sir. Says, I'm with Philip. For sporting integrity of the Premier League, Chelsea and Man United need to face full punishment of their misdeeds.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is all pointless.
Yeah,
And Philip, we all agree on that. You, me, and Brad will agree on that. For the Premier League, they have to do it. Just they're after you, Brad. That's local. God.
It must be.
Just, I want to ask you two a question, right? And it's a yes or no answer, right? Is the Premier League heading towards what Serie A was in the late 80s, early 90s?
Which was
No.
what?
No, Brad, you know what I'm on about, don't you, Philip? With the corruption and everything.
Oh, right. I don't think so. I guess that's a no, isn't it? I think the Premier, without wanting to have stereotypes forced on people, I think if you look at Italian politics, it's pretty dodgy. So I think it generally, Serie A is probably a lot more dodgy than what our Premier League will ever be. And I think our Premier League is a massive brand, so they're going to be trying to be squeaky clean. In fact, what I actually do worry that they're getting too squeaky clean. I'm talking about things like VAR and that sort of thing. The problem with the Chelsea, not so much Chelsea and Man City, is that there are so many claims against them. That's going to take years through the courts.
Well,
to come up with
it
anything.
isn't, because the FA are using what UEFA had. So it's a case of all the evidence there. It's a case UEFA did find him guilty. You need to. Has anyone watched the YouTube documentary, The Biggest Football Scandal of All Time? It's on YouTube. And it's about the Man City when UEFA banned them from the Champions League and how they got out of it. And, And it was all Cass. Have you ever known, guys, that Cass to ever go back on a finding that the arbitration of sports, that nobody knows who's in there, nobody knows when it's run or how it's run, but suddenly they turned around and said Man City was squeaky clean.
You know what's going to happen, though, don't you, Dermot?
Brentford.
What?
3-2 to Brentford.
Bloody hell!
I tell you what, that actually deserves a goal celebration. That deserves a goal celebration. Hang on, let's bring up a player, and because Ellie's watching and what Ellie did for us today, where is he?
Dracula is absolutely down.
Where is
he?
Where is he?
Wow.
Where is he? I'm looking for him. Come to me, Mr. Viking. Where's the Viking? Where is he?
Whilst you're looking for the Viking, you know what's going to happen, don't you? Man City are going to win the title. Okay. Arsenal are going to finish second, and then they're going to take the title off of Man City, and Arsenal will be the title winners.
Ellie, this is for you because Brentford have just equalised.
Welcome to my party. We're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring.
What an assist by Sergei Reguilon. Absolutely brilliant ball across.
How's Dracula looking?
Looks like he's looking for he says someone must have put it in his pocket. He's absolutely crestfallen by the whole thing here. Yeah. Wissa with the goal. In 10 minutes, Brentford have turned it from 2-0 down to 3-2 up.
Amazing. I was having a drink with my manager last night, who's a Brentford season ticket holder, And I actually said
Can
to him,
I just say, Brad does never drink. Brad is a very good human being. He doesn't drink or smoke. He goes to church every Sunday. So Brad going out for a drink is like
it's a great. The church is one of the great pubs, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and he even sees the Pope in there some of the time now. Just a quick question: is the Vatican after me and Philip for doing the Unholy Trinity podcast? Has that reached Vatican sort of levels yet? As you're in the church, Brad.
No.
He's aware of it. He's aware
Bishop
of it.
Bishop Brennan is investigating it.
I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was chatting to my manager last night and said, look, we did you a favour by beating Luton. Now you got to do us a favour by beating Villa. So who knows? Long way to go, as they say. But
But Villa, I'll tell you, this is dynamite for Villa if they lose this game.
All I want Luton to turn it around, Burnley to beat Everton, and that will make everything a little bit tighter.
The referee has done that again. A Burnley player, a Brentford player foul. They're on the breakaway, and he brings it back for a free kick. This guy cannot spell the word advantage.
I hate to say this, but the way the Premier League has gone this season, you wouldn't put it past Villa to score 2 goals in the last 10 minutes to win the game, would you?
There's 20 minutes left. It's just coming up to 20 minutes now.
And it was Wassa. Wassa got the third goal for Brentford. Huddersfield still nil. The fans are still fighting at Huddersfield. Huddersfield have sort of come back with Millwall are now down to 55 arrests to 62 in Millwall's favour. So Millwall are winning the fight of the day. And if
I did actually. The one thing I did laugh
wondering about the match, it's 0-0.
The one thing I did laugh about the financial results that Tottenham produced was the fact that the amount of money that we make from food and drink sales, but then that doubles and trebles when the NFL play there and when the rugby's there. And the reason being is that you're allowed to drink inside the stadium at those games.
Yeah, that's right.
I think we need to go to one of them NFL matches and do actually a bit of content from one of them, Philip. The match might be good fun to go to, actually.
I certainly want to see a gig there.
I wouldn't like to see the price of the tickets for it. I'd say they're very expensive.
Yeah, I want to see a gig there.
Philip's favourite team in the whole wide world, Coventry, are 2-0 up against Leeds. Now, Brad, this is true. This is true. Philip has not forgiven the Coventry for 87. He's still holding a grudge. I mean, this man. I mean, Philip, isn't it true? You still hold a grudge against that Coventry 11.
Well, not the present team. Just that I cannot. If that goal ever comes on, if Keith Houchin's goal ever comes on TV, the TV gets switched off straight away.
Can I say it was a good goal, though? To be fair,
I refuse to acknowledge it was a good goal.
Brad, was it a good goal or not?
Well, that was in Australia. I watched that game. You used to have cup final night in Australia. So someone's house would have a party and you'd watch the cup. So by the time the game came on, which was about 11 o'clock in the evening, you'd have a few beers and drinks under your belt. So, yeah, I do remember at half time with 2-1 up, weren't we? And I was sort of saying, who got our second goal? I don't see who's got our second goal.
And then you woke all VAR, Wolves and West Ham. I don't know what's happening there.
There's a score. There's a goal.
Where?
A penalty. West Ham have equalised with a Lewis Paqueta penalty.
Oh, so West Ham 1-0 up. Wow.
No,
1-1.
West Ham were drawing down, but they were losing.
I know. I said 1-1.
No, it's actually 1-0 up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did change my mind. I said 1-0 up.
Bayern Munich were beaten 3-2.
I'll tell you what, the girl reporting on the Stoke West Brom game is not a bad looker.
See, Brad's only doing this so he can look at the women doing the Sky Sport. That's what Brad's doing. We all know what he's doing now.
You know, I like women that are intelligent.
Yeah, and any single intelligent women out there, Brad is single and available for dates. He will take you to lovely places like the church and lovely vacations to the Vatican. He is a massive churchgoer, and he is.
I think it's got lost in translation. I was actually saying I like VAT 69, the drink.
Can I just give a bit of meat on the bones about the Bundesliga? Leverkusen are winning 1-0 with 6 minutes injury time, right? Which means that'll put them 16 points ahead of Bayern Munich with six matches to go.
So,
So that
Bayern
means
Munich.
So have they effectively won the league today then, Philip?
No, they're one win away from winning it. Effectively, they haven't won, but officially, they have to play another 4 matches, or another 6 matches, but they're 16 points ahead. So one more win, that's done.
So Bayern have only got the Champions League to win something this season,
Yeah.
I presume.
Yeah. Do you know something?
Wow.
I hate to say it, but I can see Arsenal fucking demolishing them on Tuesday. I really can.
That's not bad for me, because it means that they'll put the Tottenham Arsenal game to Saturday morning, which suits me better. But
Yeah,
that's just been totally biased.
Carl is saying Dirty Domo and Dirty Brad on one channel. We are blessed. DJ saying,
Bless you, Carl. Bless you, Carl.
And DJ says, and the local fish and chip shops and these local pubs. Yeah. Philip, I mean, Brad was telling us before the stream, he was getting us to pray and everything. He was getting Philip to get on his knees and start praying and saying the rosary before. I mean, this is how religious Brad is.
Did you know that Ealing hasn't got a chippy?
But it has got churches, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
See, told you Brad knows the churches there. That's something else we've learnt about Brad today.
Talking of chippies.
Sorry.
Now, talking of chippies, near the pub where I play in Dublin is probably the best chippy in Dublin.
Yes! Come on! Come on, Luton! Yes, see, Luton have equalised. Come on! Come on! That's what I want to see, Luton. Come on, beat Bournemouth. Come on. Sorry, Philip. Got all excited.
It's a chippy called Leo Burdocks. Now, it's the smallest chippy. You can fit 3 people inside it. That's how small it is. But you want to see the list of celebrities that go there when Bruce Springsteen never misses.
Really?
Tina Turner was there. Beyonce's been there. They've all been there. It's the most fantastic fish and chips you'll ever come across.
And Brad and Philip was there too. Philip's on that wall. But Philip, Luton won. O'Shea's been sent off for Burnley on the 67th minute. But Luton have equalised against Bournemouth. Can Luton get the winner, Philip?
I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. I'd love to see Luton stay up. You know?
Yeah, me too. Anyway. Me too. I got a friend in Australia who's a massive Luton fan.
Yeah. So
I'd love to see Brentford get another goal here now. Put this one to bed.
Yeah. Chris, my uncle lives in Coventry and a Coventry fan, so I hope they do well.
That's an interesting point for obviously Coventry is where the Specials are from, the band, which I'm sure we all know. And they were actually got together again after they broke up in the 2009, I think it was, by Simon Jordan.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bonnie Rigg, I think, are drawing 1-1, Carl, I think.
We've got Denise. Is that Denise or Dennis?
I'd say Denise.
Denise Burns, she goes, what's that say, Brad?
Hughes.
No idea. And then we've got WATP.
What the actual... No. No.
Yeah. And she says, Denise, what does WATP mean? Oh, we are the people. Of course we are the people. Right. Yes, we are the people. Of course we are. And she says, it means, well, hit the like button, hit the subscription. I wonder if we've reached 1,800 yet, Philip. Let's have a look.
I can't tell from my end.
I can tell from my end. I need to find the... I
did love the Stiff Little Fingers live album that's called Hanks, which is them saying...
There you go, being dirty again, Brad.
Sorry?
No. Stiff Little Fingers are a good band. Oh, come on, look. Oh, Jesus. Just about to pull the trigger on the 18-yard line. He falls over. Oh,
she's a Rangers fan.
Oh, right.
Oh, well, I hope you good luck for tomorrow. We will win. Celtic, of course, we are, because we're the best team in Glasgow. Best of luck, Denise. Best of luck.
Newcastle taking the lead at Fulham.
To be fair, Rangers have been, Philip, to be fair, Rangers have been the better side this season, though, haven't they, to be fair, in the Scottish League?
Oh, Celtic have been atrocious.
I haven't missed your super chat, Adrian. We're getting to it now. Sorry, sir. Big up to Andy in Char with a €2 super chat. He says, big up, lads. Agent Reggie doing us a big favour.
Now, who's Brentford coming again now? It's 3 against 2.
Newcastle are 1-0 up against Fulham. So big up to Newcastle. Geordie
No,
will
don't
be
want
happy
Newcastle
with that
winning.
result.
They're playing us next week. We don't want to give any encouragement.
So big up to Adrian. You want to say anything to Adrian Phillip for the super chat?
Thanks, Adrian. Very good. Adrian Reggie did do us a big favour there. Brilliant cross.
We have many operatives out there.
Now, this idiot, he is an idiot, a full-blown idiot. And he says Charlton Athletics are bigger than Tottenham.
Go
away and play. Can I just say, Henry, right? Would you like to go away and play with your coin, with your little Lego kit, right? And just sit in the corner and build Lego Man? Because I've got him here with me, right? This is the Arsenal manager. I would like to introduce you to the Arsenal manager. There he is there. Now, that is the Arsenal manager. It's Lego Man. Now, every night, his missus has to take Lego Man apart and put him into a little box and then put him back together again in the morning. So Lego Man is going to have something done to him. He's now bald.
Henry,
hang on. There you go. It's now headless Lego Man. So there is the Arsenal manager.
Henry, if you're going to make statements like that, you have to have something to back it up.
Charlton are 16th in League One. We're 5th in the Premiership. A slight difference there, I think. Oh, Villa after equalising.
Oh, no.
Watkins, the goalkeeper, flipping, jump with him. He beat the goalie in the air, make it 3-3.
I've got a slight problem here, lads. I can't get Lego Man's hair on his head. I've got a slight problem here.
So still 10 minutes to go, plus injury time.
Yeah.
Terrible
goalkeeper. Terrible goalkeeper.
Lego Man's hair won't go in his head. Lego Man's now bald. I think I've broken it. Anyway, he goes back and sits in between Iron Man's legs, and I put his little head there. There you go. I'll fix him later. We've got DJ going, oh my God, damn it. I know, DJ. We've got Spotlight MUFC. Come on, Brentford. Big up to Spotlight.
Ivan Tony's after coming on, I think.
Charlton, they have been in relevant since the mid-90s. That is so true. So what's the score there? Is it 3-3, Philip?
3-3, and Ivan Tony's after coming on for Brentford.
Oh, looks like the Newcastle goal's been overruled by VAR.
Oh, is it 0-0 still?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Glad to see that.
Oh, my girl's back on again. What's her name, I wonder?
Brad has got the hots for the lady on Skype. What am I doing? Oh, yeah, I'm looking for...
Portsmouth 3-1 up against Shrewsbury, which they're pretty close to winning the League One title, actually.
Yeah, they are.
Which will please my friend Pete. We call him Pompey Pete for obvious reasons.
Is it the one doing the Stoke West Ham game you're on about, Brad?
Yes.
I see what you mean now.
Yeah, it's very nice, isn't she?
Yeah.
And Coventry, Leeds have pulled a goal back at Coventry.
Yeah.
With about 15 minutes to go, yeah.
Right, okay. Where am I going here? How do you spell poaching, Philip?
P-O-T, there's various ways of spelling it. P-O-I-T-I-N is one.
P-O-T-P.
P-O-I-T-I-N.
Oh, Bonnie Rig Rose, by the way, have just taken the lead against Peterhead.
Oh, good.
Okay. Now, I've got two here, Philip. Should I put one we've done before or one that we haven't done before?
Do we have any we haven't done before?
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah, do though.
There's a 34-second one. That's a bit too.
That's a bit short.
There's a 9-minute one, or there is a 14-minute one. We're doing
a
the 9-minute one.
I'll bring it to the end.
It's the one we've done before, Philip, but I know we've used it and it's good. So we've got that ready. So let me know when you want me to put that up. We will bring it.
Put it on now. It's about 10 minutes to go in the matches. So.
Okay. Right, but this is for Ellie, if she's still watching. So let me go. Brad, you're going to love this. You're going to absolutely love this.
I think Newcastle have scored again.
God.
Okay, Brad's going to love this. Right, let me just put that there. Let me know when you're ready, Philip. Let's see if that's come off yet. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Now, here is the Tottenham board coming out. Here is Dunn and Cullen and the rest of the board going looking. What they're looking for there, Philip? They're going looking for Daniel Levy. Is that in there checking his boat, or what is he?
They've heard Daniel Levy buried his bonus. It was paid to him in cash, and he buried it on an island off the west coast of Ireland.
West Ham are taking the lead at Wolves.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So there we go. And a good boat as well. That Philip, the Mark II.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yes. It's.
So Newcastle 1-0 up. So Newcastle are 1-0 up at Fulham, and then West Ham are going 2-1 up against Wolves. Okay, what's happening now, Philip? Where are they off to now?
There's just a carrier pigeon. That's Joe Lewis's carrier pigeon. Moved straight in from the Bahamas.
Yeah.
To help the guards with their.
Can I say this is the lads on Hotspur Way, right? They're just going through Tottenham now, through the back ass of Tottenham, right? Now, this lake here, right, was built by Daniel Levy as a swimming pool for the Tottenham players. Anyway, here's the board. Here's the UEFA officials going to trying to find Levy's money. Led by Eric Dyer, no doubt, but Eric Dyer the lead in the expedition there. Anyway, do you know what we should have been playing here? A bit of Hawaii 5-0. That's what we should have been played here, right? And now here, who's this fella? Is this who's this fella here, Philip? Is this Daniel Levy? That's
the head of UEFA, the head of the UEFA FFP squad.
Now, apparently they've been tipped off. Man City have also hidden their certain documents on this island, so. They're also going to see, can they get that? But anyway, here the lads, they're getting off. This is the Tottenham recruitment team looking for new players for next season. Now, what was this place, Philip? Was this the Tottenham's old training ground back in the day, or was it Daniel Levy's old house? What is it?
Daniel Levy's office. Daniel Levy's office. All mod cons, you know. Electricity will be installed in about 10 years' time.
Yeah. Now, who's this? What's this fella up to? What are they looking for in there? They're looking for Harry Kane or something, are they? Yeah, he's in there, lads. Harry Kane's in there.
I think they're looking for the last referee that gave Spurs a penalty.
Oh, they found him. Anyway, they're going in here. Philip, what are they up to here now? They're going in, lads. Yeah, we're going in. This is a raid. Yeah. And this is Man City's documents. This is where they've hid all their documents for the FFP for UEFA.
Oh, very skillfully hidden.
Yeah, it is now. And this is special brew that was made by Daniel Levy for the Tottenham players under Pochettino. Or lasagna gate. This is where West Ham kept their lasagna that they get.
Do you know what that is? You know what that is? Do you know the way the mini brewery at the ground brewery brews 10,000 pints a day? That's left over after the last match.
That's the original Beavertown brewery.
That's it.
Now, as you can see, this is your new training method by players throwing barrels. Look at that. Now they're having a little game here. Who can hit the? Now look at this, Egypt. This is Eric Dyer showing Ange that he can defend. This is Don Bele. Oh, Jesus, lads, I've cut my finger. I have to have 5 weeks off now. Injury. It was at Segerson. Can't remember. Anyway, and here's Højbjerg, Skip, and Bentancur showing Ange how they can be a really good.
Villa are really going for the win here. This might get nasty yet. Anyway. Right. There's more beer being rolled out.
Yeah. You're welcome to jump in here, Brad, with any, suggestions.
Well, that beer does actually look like one of our own, the Beavertown beer, one of our own. Doesn't look very much like it.
Now, this is Paratici. This is Daniel Levy on the way to the island. With Paratici. Now, there's Lego Man. That is the ex-Arsenal manager, George Graham. He's looking very well. He's looking, and there's Lego Man chasing them. Now, what they're doing here, Philip? What the lads up to here? Are they digging? Is Daniel Levy digging the trench here or something? What's he doing here?
I don't know what he's at.
Is he laying?
They found an old World War II bomb there.
Anyway, that's
the World War.
No, they just found man. Yeah, go on, Philip.
That's the World War II bomb. He was trying to smuggle it to the Emirates sometime to blow it up during the Bayern Munich match.
Yeah.
Now, they found one of the escape tunnels.
No, this is where the beer comes from. This is where the Tottenham beer comes from, by the way.
By the way, Wrexham are now 2-1 up at Colchester. Which is
good.
Yeah.
Good.
And Eric Dyer's trying to fill it in, so Daniel Levy's trying to cover it. Now, here's Eric Dyer again, trying to prove to Ange he can play football. Not doing successfully. Now, what was this? Was this Harry Kane's
sorry, guys.
Philip?
There's a goal at Leicester. It's Leicester 2, Birmingham 1 now.
Wow.
So I think that puts Leicester top of the table because the way the scores were going, Ipswich was still top. But now Leicester have scored, puts them at top.
Great chance. Villa nearly scored.
Brad is too busy flicking channels trying to find that reporter on the match.
Actually, you see that bit there? That's the bit of the old West Stand at the old Tottenham White Hart Lane.
Yeah.
That they're going to repatriate back to the new ground.
Yeah. Apparently, they've been told to behave. Carl says, behave, Dermo. Dyer is trying to fill it in.
Yeah, he keeps missing, though.
Yeah, he does. Now, these are the holes that were left by Pochettino for the players that stabbed him in the back. And what they're doing, right? They're just digging the holes out for what they're trying to do here, Philip. Are they trying to cover it up? It's a bit odd anyway. Look all that.
The bar in the East Stand ran out of beer. They're just diverting it back to the taps to it, you know.
Now, the fella, who's this on the radio, Philip? Is that one of the board members? Right, lads, we're coming back. We've got the money.
The guy does the commentary at the stadium, you know.
Yeah, we've found the money. We're on our way back, lads. We've got the money. We've got the gold. We've got Daniel Levy's gold. Anyway, off they go to some more Hawaii Five-O music. Now,
it looks like Craggy Island.
It probably is Craggy Island. You know? That's actually the west of the island broke off and floated out into the ocean. You know?
Carl says this looks like how the UK council.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got DJ. Now, what they're doing here? What have they found here, Philip?
It's a Cyclone B gas that was used in the gas chambers. I think that's what they found. I don't know what. They're
trying to do a bit more of upper body building for Ange. Jesus,
wind's getting strong again here. I'm amazed our electricity stayed on today.
Luton are 2 up against Bournemouth.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
they won't go down.
That's
currently level on points with Forest, who play us tomorrow. Oh, Peter Head of a equalise at Bonnie Rig Rose.
Please, Everton. I want the Burnley to equalise at Everton now. We've got DJ saying fondling Daniel Levy's cocaine. Now, Philip, what's happening here now? I don't know what, Philip. I'll take it off because we seem to be occupied with the matches. So,
no. Let me see. What's this? That's the same. That's the same thing. That's the beer being redistributed back to one of the bars. That's the yeast. Now we've seen this bit before, haven't we?
93 minutes at Villa Park. How much injury time has there been added, Philip?
7 minutes at Villa Park. 4 minutes gone.
Come
Villa
on,
really wants to win. And
The island is being protected by Harry Redknapp's dog.
yeah.
Carl Simpson said David Pleat made an appearance there, probably going around corners slowly, sponsored by the AA and the RAC. Levy is going to find his bonus. It's being looked after by Leonardo. DJ said Henry Kengel. So when was the last trophy Charlton won, mate? Exactly. Charlton Morris Luton winner FPL points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2-1.
Domo has just finished. What has just finished?
The video, I think.
Can I just say, after the Battle of Huddersfield actually did win the game 1-0.
You've actually scored.
But Philip, can you give us an update on the scores off the field? What was the arrests? Did Huddersfield get a double today?
No, they made triple figures. 101 against 63, I think was the latest figure.
All right. So Rotherham are relegated from the Championship as it stands.
Yeah.
So Rotherham will be the first team relegated to League One. So they're now. It's very tight down there. Sheffield United, Birmingham, Huddersfield, 43, Millwall, Plymouth on 44. From 16 to 22, Philip, there's 4 points between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 teams to stay up in the Championship.
Yeah, it's very tight. It's tight in most divisions at the moment, really. There's nobody running away with anything, really, at the moment.
Ward-Prowse got the winner for West Ham on the 84th minute.
I wonder if that was a free kick.
Everton are in VAR time, but Burnley could equalise. Big result for Everton today, though, lads, isn't it?
Yeah, they had to win today, really, yeah.
Is that their first win in about 10 games, isn't it, I think?
Yeah.
If they win it, that is.
Any results that have surprised you today in the Premier League, Philip?
Well, no, there's no games over yet, so I'll hold fire till they're all over. But, the Brentford 3-3 is a surprise. Villa are on the attack here again.
Oh, it's all over at Everton, I think. Oh, no. That's Sean Dation there. Yeah, all over at Everton. They've won.
They won. That's good. The Villa game is about a minute left, isn't it?
So I just put FT next to it, so guys know that is full time.
I don't like West Ham winning at Wolves. I don't like them winning anything.
Mm-hmm. Carl has said Ward-Prowse has scored direct from a corner. Wow.
From a corner? Wow. Mind you, he was putting in some pretty good corners the other day, wasn't he?
Carlin was going, ha, 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 ha. See you, Rother scum. And then DJ said, Rotherham goes down in history as the worst Championship team. Could Burnley go down as the worst Premier League team?
Well, no, because Sheffield United are below them.
Looks like it's going to be a draw at Villa Park. There's only 10 seconds left, and it's a free kick to Brentford. So I think they'll go for the corner flag on this one.
That'd be good. That's a good result for Tottenham.
Oh, yeah. Luton 25, Forest 25, Brentford and Everton both on 29 points. It is very tight there.
That's a point. That's points drop for Villa.
Yeah.
If it goes to 0-0, if it goes to a draw. Carlisle are relegated.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris. Chris is a massive Carlisle fan. I'm in the chat, Chris Welsh. So we're sorry for you today. Stenhouse Rose are champions. Stenhouse Muir are champions.
Another great name.
Aberdeen have just scored against Livingston in the 89th minute, but it is over at Everton. Everton 1, Burnley 0. Northampton win 2-0 to send Carlisle down to League 2, I think, if I'm right, Chris.
Still playing
free kick. Martinez made a rickets of picking up a ball. It broke free, and the Brentford boys didn't react to it, and he's given a free kick to Villa now. So that should be the end of it.
They're in added time at Coventry.
Big result for Luton, though.
Yeah, a game over, 3-3. Dracula does not look happy. He's ready to
good.
climb back into his coffin now for the next one.
Oh, Wolves have equalised against West Ham.
Yeah, great
Yeah.
stuff. 90
Matt
plus
Gilman,
9.
yeah.
What's
They're
that? Sorry, guys. Who's equalised?
Wolves have scored. Yeah. There's Dracula. No, not happy, is he?
So Wolves 2, West Ham 2. Yeah.
Yep.
There's been a lot of late goals, hasn't there, in the Premier League?
Oh, there has. Yeah.
So West Ham are now 11 points behind Spurs, and with 2 games in hand on them.
There's Neil Lennon.
Ivan Toney's not happy about something. He's arguing with his own players, I think.
He probably had a bet on Brentford winning.
Quick question, yes or no? Tony to Tottenham, Brad, yes or no?
I've
He does not look happy. I've just seen a picture of him now. He looks pissed.
Oh, you know what? I know it's not. I would have said no many months ago because I thought he might disrupt the dressing room. Not based on any evidence, just based on the fact that he'd been done for betting. But after watching how he played against Belgium the other night for England, he's a decent player. But
Collins and Tony are really going at each other.
Yeah, something happened there that they're not happy with.
But I think if he's going to be a disrupted influence in the dressing room, no, I wouldn't sign him.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think he's one for us.
Yeah.
You can say he hasn't got passion.
Full time at Luton. 2-1.
Yay, Luton. So we've got Burnley, we've got West, we've got Villa. That's full time.
The Wolves goals on the VAR.
And then Luton, Bournemouth
so long.
is full time as well.
It may be disallowed, so don't cheer too soon.
About 2-3 minutes ago,
Newcastle
though,
finished yet, guys?
Go to the VAR. It's crazy.
No, Newcastle's still going.
And there's Wolves, West Ham still going.
Oh,
yeah.
in the Championship, Sheffield Wednesday scored.
Luton have beaten Bournemouth 2-1. It's a massive win for Luton at home. Massive win for Luton.
Wolves and West Ham are still going, but
it's been ruled out. It's been ruled out. Yeah.
And the goal that Aberdeen's been ruled out as well.
That means West Ham win. Fuck's sake.
I don't think they're going to catch us, though, Philip, to be honest.
Aberdeen.
No, they just don't like to win.
Oh, full time. It's full time. Coventry 2, Leeds 1.
Ooh.
That's a missed opportunity, I would say.
Barnett, Maidenhead 2-2 for Barnett. What's the dickhead of the referee talking about now? He's an idiot, that fella. Oh, that Dundee United 5, Queen Park 1. Guys, Philip, what do you reckon of today's results and of what's coming?
The only result
any results today? Yeah, any result? Don't worry about Tottenham. It's just as the Premier League as a whole for the relegation start off with.
Well, I'm really only worried about Tottenham, and the only result that really affected us today was Brentford did us a favour.
Yeah, but from a whole football thing, Philip, you look at this is about all the leagues. So if you look at the relegation, big result for Everton, big result for Luton down there, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. They needed to win. They did. What do you call them? We need Brighton to do us a favour now to beat Arsenal coming forward. But Everton winning, Fulham have still 1-0 to Newcastle. Luton winning is a huge result for them because that puts Luton up to. Hang on, we'll just change this league title here now. Luton are now up to 22. Is that right? 22 points. Yeah. They're 3 points ahead of Burnley and 7 ahead of Sheffield United. They're 3 behind Nottingham Forest. And who's got the better goal difference? Forest have. So we need to get Forest goal difference tomorrow and give Luton a chance.
They're still playing at Wolves.
Yeah, they're still playing, I think. And then with Villa drawing today, Philip, that's a good result for us.
Ahead. They're 3 points with a goal difference of plus 17.
It's all over at Wolves.
We are a goal difference of plus 18.
Yeah.
So
a win tomorrow takes us fourth.
Go fourth.
I think I'm not sure who Wolves who Villa play, but we've got Arsenal, Man City, and Liverpool away, and then in between that Chelsea away. So we've got some tough games coming up.
I think they've got to play a couple of them as well. I think Villa. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, hopefully, yeah. So that could be where it all gets decided.
Yeah. Now, Dan, just to clear all this up, Dermot is my name, but I was adopted as a young lad, as a baby. So my birth name is Dermot Michael Farrell. My birth name is James. That was my adopted name. That's my parents gave me when I was adopted. But I go by Dermot because that is my birth name. And that when I moved back home to Ireland and I found my birth mother, I went back to Dermot. I don't like using James. It's bad memories for me. A lot of heartache and a lot of bad times as a kid. And I was trying not to remember that name because it just brings back two bad memories for my mental health. So that's why I stick with Dermot. I was given to it by my birth mother when I was born. And that's what I stick with. So, yeah. That's why one has changed. Big up to GJ. He says, "Oh my God, I've just won 210 quid.
Well done.
Well done, you, sir. Big up.
Just
DJ.
give me a quick rundown. We're talking about who Villa had to play. They have to play Arsenal next weekend away, right?
Hang on, Philip. I can bring it up for you now because I've done a thing for you. So, sorry. This is all for the pre-record. Sorry about this. We will get there. There we go, Philip.
Yeah, they're playing Arsenal away next week, right?
Yeah.
They then play Bournemouth at home.
On. Sorry, Philip. Sorry, I do apologise. Hang on, I've missed it, but never mind. I did change it. I did change it. You know what I mean, anyway.
We knew they played Brentford today.
They have to play. They're playing Liverpool at home as well, so they've got Chelsea at home.
Yeah.
So they've got some tough games ahead of them. So anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, shutting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Well, the lights have to flash in.
I actually think we'll get 4 points.
Well, look, Philip, if you want to shoot off, and because of your electricity.
The electricity's starting to flash here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, I just very quickly before you go, I'll do the pre-records for everything, and then I'll speak to you before you go, or let me know when you've arrived safely on your trip. And is it gone?
He's frozen.
He's frozen. He's gone.
Storm has hit.
Storm has hit. We could leave it up there actually, and just we've got a blank screen.
Yeah.
Now, please, Brad, you're the religious one. Do you want to say a little prayer to Philip? Do you know while he's there? You're the religious man of this outfit.
Oh Lord, please travel with Philip on his travels and look after him and his family.
Yeah.
Amen.
On his blank screen. And just hope he hasn't come out with hair like Don King. He could come back on with his hair straight up here, like Don King. Shame that. I mean, the picture I can see in the background, I think you can as well, Brad. It's just fit. Oh, look, he's just gone. Damn you, man. Well, Brad, if you like a little job, would you like to join me on a little pre-record for the members for the Forest Tottenham game? As we always do some pre-record for our pre-game thoughts, so you're very welcome to join me for that if you like to.
I'm probably okay. How long does it take normally?
About 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes.
When are you doing that?
Straight after this.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll hang around. Yeah.
Okay, good man.
Although if I get a phone call from my friend who I told her that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think she will, but.
No. Anyway.
But yeah, I'll hang around 10 minutes. Yeah.
He says probably lost 50. Well done, DJ. Win 210. Do you think Tony's pass Angie's character?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? That's the question.
It really is. We've got. Come on, you Spurs.
Oh, by the way, an interesting story was told to me by my manager last night, who's a Brentford fan. He was at one of the Brentford games, Brentford versus, I don't know, Wolves or something like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big game. He spotted Daniel Levy.
Did he really?
Yeah, with one of his minders, yeah.
Ooh.
So no idea what that's about, but...
His minder wasn't named Terry, was it?
No. Well, it would be good for him if it was, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Let's start at the bottom here, Brad, and we'll work our way up. Tottenham should beat Forest tomorrow. They will do, Dan.
Agree, Dan.
Of course, in here. We've got Carl Simpson, I will. We've got Carl saying, Philip, turn the light on. And we've got Colin here saying, full-time Morecambe 0. Doncaster Rovers, 6 on the bounce. The dream is on. Big up to Doncaster.
Congratulations to Doncaster.
DJ, Buy some Wraith. Yeah. Even sending an old super chat as well, DJ. It's cheeky as that sounds. Sorry, Dermot. I didn't know. We love you, Dermot. Cheers, Dan. You're very kind. Ellie, I forgot a place a bit earlier. Hope all is well. Well done, DJ, she says. And Dan says, anyway, big up, Dermot. Chat F1 will be exciting. It will. Wolves equalised at the death. Max Kilman versus the Spanners. Well, it was ruled out. Brad, do you want to give you... And Carl goes, Dermot! Laughing at that. Carl, Brad, Father Brad of the thing, as I'm going to call you from now on, Father Brad. Father Brad, would you like to give our listeners a holy where they can find you on your religious channel and what they can find on there as you sing everything from?
Yes, you will find much.
Hang on, Brad. I haven't finished that. You'll find everything on Brad's channel from praises God every morning. He does that as a quick 5-minute video, to his afternoon show, which is called My Jesus is High and With Me, where he just reads from the Bible. And then at 10 o'clock at night, every night, Brad does his bedtime story of a section of the Bible where Easter, he did all about Easter and Good Friday and Judas and all this. And then tomorrow, I think he's having the night off because tonight, because Sunday is Brad's day off. He goes to church on the Sunday, and that's all he does all day. But tonight at 10 o'clock, Brad will be reading from the Bible about the baby Jesus and Angel Gabriel and the lost donkey. And Brad will be talking whatever happened to the donkey that brought Mary to Bethlehem.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened to Joseph and the donkey, do we?
Big talking point.
It is. What happened? I'm telling you, Brad, what happened to the wee donkey?
Well, I think if you look
Is
at
there
the
any
adverts,
theories out there what happened to that poor little bugger?
I think like most of the people involved in that story, they basically all died. It was a long time ago. You know, donkeys don't normally live 2,000 years, so that's probably.
I thought that donkey had a great life. I thought he was somewhere in Barbados, some of that upper. I thought he was the donkey in Shrek. You telling me that's not the same donkey? You telling me that donkey killed over and stuck his 4 legs up in the air?
He wasn't very. He wasn't very impressed with having to carry someone who was heavily pregnant all that way. You know, it's the RSPCA of its day was involved.
So what you're trying to tell me is they used it for food. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. I've never had donkey meat, to be honest. I've had horse.
Mary and Joseph, if you are watching, please let us know by postcard. Please send it to DHFC tonight by postcode W6R8YZ. You remember back in the day, they used to say send the postcode into Cracker Jack and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Behind the hot water pipes, yeah.
Anyway, getting back to something that's near enough sensible. Brad, do you want to tell people about your channel? A fantastic channel as it is.
Yes, my music channel, which is called Blue Sofa Songs, if you don't already know, and it's just me. I compose songs, sing them, play all the instruments, do the videos, do everything. Basically, it's just basically me. Songs written about many, many things, experiences of mine, way I feel about certain things, bit of politics in there. Probably guess which way I go politically. It's just my way of relaxing and my second love with football. Football is my big love, and music's my other big love. It's there's a new song out there at the moment which hasn't had many views, which I'm a bit disappointed with, called First Signs of Summer. And the next song, I think I might be getting rid of all the little lovey stuff, dovey stuff, and doing a song, a punk type song. That's the idea anyway. Normally what happens is the song I come up with is totally different when I record it than when I initially come up with it. But yeah, Blue Sofa Songs, please click like, subscribe, share. Click like, subscribe to these guys. I always get this wrong that way, yeah, that way. And thank you for having me on today, Dermot.
No, we're looking to get you on every Saturday for these watch-alongs if Tottenham are not playing at home. So this is the plan now. Next season, we're going to kick this off every Saturday. We're going to do this.
Yeah, if I'm not too hungover, I'll join in. Yeah.
Yeah, if Tottenham are playing at home, of course we will do a watch along and we'll bring you all the latest. But when Tottenham are playing, we're not playing on a Saturday. We'll do this every other Saturday. Ellie's just sending another super chat as well, so big up Ellie as well.
Wow,
thank you so much. And the super chat is Brad. It's a pair saying, let's see, and I can't see it now. It's saying big up. Doing exercises like this, doing this, Brad. Like,
Ellie, I would like to say, Ellie, that if I can get another 808 subscribers, I will be eligible for super chat. So feel free to super chat me.
But big up Ellie, and she said she did put down the bottom there as well. She said just to take my money officially over £50 Dermatron. Thank you, Ellie. I don't know what to say.
Is there some sort of rules out there? Because I did wonder why, and not only Ellie, I've seen people where they like $49.99 or $2.99.
It is how YouTube do it, because when we get paid, we get taxed in America for some reason.
Right.
I'll explain to you all of. As long as you get the 500 and you do watch hours and you've done everything, you can get monetized.
Oh, okay.
So you have to get to 500, Brad. So you don't need 800. You need
308.
Yeah.
Yeah, 308.
Yeah. So please urge your goldfish bowl, your garden gnome, everyone just subscribe.
Well, I'm trying to get on some of the music channels out there that I subscribe to. I watch because that obviously I get a lot of subscribers from Tottenham YouTube people that know me. But and obviously friends and family and everyone I tell.
Yeah. But
by getting my known on some of the music channels, then you've got access to more people. Basically in a yes, Carl, there you go. There's an idea for a song there. Yes.
Paul Carlisle, can I just say Carlisle have been relegated from League One into League Two, and our commiserations to Chris Welsh as well. Carl, it must be an awful feeling seeing your side relegated with so many games before the end of the season. It must be heartbreaking for them.
The songwriting competition I'm entered into has got 5,000 entries apparently. So, as someone said the other day, Leicester won the league at 5,000 to 1. So you never know.
Well, send your song over to me in an MP3, Brad, and we'll play it on the channel. We'll get it up as well.
Yeah, I think that's the one I've already sent to you.
We have played it. I think I've still got it, actually. What we'll do is, Brad, we will play it. Well, actually, let me see if this is it. Where is it now? Is this it? When it's loading.
That's not my end. It's one of my songs. I'm very proud of this song.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what we do, Brad. We'll take us off before we end. I'll put on the streams about the start, and we'll play that song for you at the end.
Okay.
Carl Simpson says next song is "I've Fallen in Love with a Reporter
at the Game." Yes.
Yeah, that is the next one.
It's the way she used the pen.
Brad, have you heard Michael Ball will take over Steve Wright's Sunday Love Song show?
No, I haven't, Dan. I didn't. I think Steve Wright used to do shows when I was living in Australia, so I never really heard a lot of him. But I do hear he's well liked. But no, I didn't know. Michael Ball's been going for a long time as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah. He really has. Ellie says, we beat Forest, we go above Villa, level on points with the game in hand. It's ours for the taking. None of the top three lads have beaten us in the league. No, they haven't.
Actually, Dermot, it's interesting. Someone published, and I didn't fact check it, someone published the top 6 or 7 when they play each other in like a little mini league, and we were top.
Yeah.
So... amazing.
Absolutely brilliant. And Dan Davenport says, be great if Brighton can beat Arsenal tonight.
Oh, God, yeah.
And Philip said, sorry, brief power cut. Well, Philip, come back in for 2 seconds if you can come back in. And we will let you think. Listen, lads, thank you so much. I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's come in today. I want to say a big thank you to Wayne Bonner, 14 months a member. And thank you very much. So please do pick up your memberships. It does help us grow and it helps us. We're doing some members only videos later tonight. Brad, you don't have to stay around. I'm probably going to do it later tonight because I want something to eat because I'm really hungry. Big up to Wayne Bonner. Wayne Bonner also for the super chat as well. Big up to Ellie with a big one, the big €50.
Wow.
She says, Garda video. Big up Ellie as well. And then Adrian Char with the €2. And also Ellie with the $2.99 one as well. Big up Ellie. Thank you so much. Guys, that is it. I'm going to take me out. I'm going to take Brad out. We're going to play one of Brad's songs. No, actually, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to mute you and me, Brad. We're going to play one of your songs.
Brilliant.
And so we're going to... what am I doing? I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm going to stop my crown. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to let Brad quickly discuss this song. What's this song about, Brad, before we finish?
Which one are you playing?
That one.
This is a song called Sense of Wonder, and it's just really about how wonderful our planet is with the wildlife and the animals and everything, and that we should look at it with a sense of wonder. So it's it's about the planet really, and how lovely things are. So it's quite a positive song, I do believe.
And everyone, please get over to Blue Sofa Songs.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of this song, I have to say.
Please get over. Please enjoy it. We are back tomorrow at 12:15 with the Celtic Rangers, and then we're back tomorrow night at 5:45 with Tottenham versus Forest. Whatever you do, love each other out there. Be kind to one another. Come on, you Spurs.
Yeah.
And Big Brad.
Bye, everybody.
From oceans blue